Welcome to Lineage, presented by Perception, where new worlds come to life. In our last session, we left off with our adventuring troop in the middle of combat with some of Varen's cohorts trying to come in, save him possibly, or maybe something else. We pick up there in the middle of our combat with Lily.
Okay, so this guy is on the wall, what, like 20 feet above me, right?
Yep.
Something like that? Okay.
Just kind of hanging over the edge of the roof, kind of
Okay.
right there.
So I can see him? I have visual?
You can
Okay.
see him.
And he's still engaged with you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Then I am going to do what I do best and look just past Gideon, try to make eye contact with the creature, or get his attention at least, and just say, "Really? Really? This is the best you can do? I mean, come on, he's right in front of you, man!" And cast Vicious Mockery. So I need a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Wasn't this the lady that we've already killed once?
No.
No.
Or was that the other one?
That was
Okay.
the other one. She's already dead again.
Okay.
She's already re-dead.
I remembered that she was here.
Yeah.
So you said wisdom?
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yep,
dun.
she already missed it and dipped out.
13.
That fails.
Okay.
So 3 psychic damage and disadvantage on their next attack roll before the end of my next turn. Or its next turn.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Damage to the brain, yo.
Damage to the brain.
Damage to the brain.
Indeed.
And then I am just going to position myself in such a way that I can catch Gideon if he falls.
Okay. We had you concentrating on
Bane,
Bane,
which
but it's no
I would
longer-
know that everybody's dead, right? That I've had it on.
That'll be fun.
It
You had it on the ones on the inside.
She had it
No,
on
I
the
had it on
one
these
lady that was back here,
Uh-huh.
the guy that shrunk in and
That's
come
right,
through the
that's
window, and one
that I
other-
think went inside.
Yeah.
But I don't know if part of the concentration would be that I know, like I can tell when it's working or not.
See that's an interesting question because you can't see the one that did die that's inside.
Right.
But can she sense that it's no longer needed? I don't know.
That's the funny thing about some of these concentration spells like that. It really doesn't say.
It's up to you. I'll maintain concentration if that's your ruling.
I would think that it would just end.
I think
yeah,
it would
I think it
just
would
end.
Okay,
because
so I
you
just
know when
feel
you're-
it fizzle.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can take the thing off of her.
That works.
So your action,
Mhm.
you're not going to use
I'm,
a bonus action.
yeah, I'm just under
And
Gideon
you're just going to stay right
and-
there. Okay.
and no bonus action.
Okay. Ember.
I was just going to remind you that I still have Expeditious Retreat up, so I added the ring.
Oh, yep. Thank you. I saw you do that, but I was going to ask, what was that for? Because I did forget about that. So you're good. Thank you.
Ember is going to look around, make sure no one is still enemy-wise coming in, and approach and stand over Varen, just in case.
Okay. You gonna hold your action or dodge or?
Yeah, I'll hold my action to where if an enemy comes in range, I'll attack.
Okay. All right. Obo.
I think right now Obo's just fascinated with how Gideon is got just both feet on the side of the building hanging on and wondering how does he do that. And, he's making it look like it's effort, so Obo thinks he's going to try to do the same thing, come over here and if Gideon can do it, so can he, right?
So that was 15 feet to get there,
Yep,
and you got 30 movement,
yep,
and then you're gonna attempt to climb.
sure, I'm going to try to walk up it.
Give me a athletics. Athletics or acrobatics?
Maybe his choice.
17.
17. Okay. what we say your house was made of? Mostly wood or brick?
That's wood.
Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. They work with wood, so they've maintained the house fairly well. So you're able to make some progress up there, up the side of the wall, about 10 feet. But it's nothing like what you see.
Right, so I
doing.
fall back down.
So you get up there, but it's taken all 4 points to just hang there.
Oh no, I was trying to do
He
what
was
he
trying
did.
to
I was
run
just
up.
trying
So
to
you're just
walk.
trying to run up?
Yeah.
So you run up, you get up about 6-7 feet, and then you right back down.
Oh shit. And I will hold my attack action just in case if booger legs come down.
Okay.
How hard is Booger Legs looking at that?
Right now, Booger Legs is as ensconced in his position as Gideon seems to be just standing sideways on the building.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm bewildered.
Okay, Jaren,
Okay.
you had just crawled out the window.
No, I've been outside.
Oh,
'cause
you've
I-
been outside. Man, it's
He-
been
he-
a
he
few
booked
weeks.
it around and
Booked
then-
around. That's right.
10, 20, 25.
It's harder than it looks.
So is there a wall right here? Or
No,
over
it's
here?
an alleyway.
Yeah, so it's like 10 feet, I think he
So
said.
come
Yeah.
over here with his bonus action movement and look up to see Gideon just chilling on the wall. And Ray Frost, the person that's the booger legs.
Apparently, that's our name for him today, Booger Legs.
17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice. 7 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And speed is reduced by 10.
10. All right. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Ron.
Oh, Ron. So I guess I don't know if I would know that one was up there or not. Probably not.
Give me a perception check. It's been there's been some movement on the side and top of the building. They've been fighting a little bit,
Noises and whatnot.
noises and whatnot.
And it has been quiet inside for at least 6 seconds.
Yeah.
13.
No, you haven't really heard anything. You're still shaking off the stabby stabs.
Alright then.
You do know that half the parties at least run outside
Yeah, and has not come back.
and haven't come back in yet. So
Did anybody jump out that window? Or I know guys jumped in the window.
No,
Not
that's
in
a
the
small
bathroom
one.
because it's too small, but
So-
they have gone in
Or
and
I,
out.
no, a
Obo
guy,
went
guy
in and out
threw
of that
one at me through this window.
Yeah.
he crawled through because he
And
was
then-
reduced.
He was-
Crawled
That's
through,
right, that's
then threw
right.
that dagger at you.
That's right.
That
okay.
is, it's like
A
this.
tiny window, that's right. That's right. I
So,
forgot he went.
Even in your tall lankiness, you're not going to fit through the window in
Yeah,
your current state.
yeah.
Now, the window over here that Obo went out, you can get through that one, and the window back behind you here, that's also
A full
big enough
size,
for you to
yeah.
crawl through. Or there's
Okay.
the door.
So what now? So I'll move over to the window here,
Okay.
and then if I were to poke my head out the window and look like around, would I see
Give me a
them
perception
up
check.
on the? Okay, that's fair. Ten. Sorry,
You,
9.
You see Lily standing there looking up, but you don't see anything else. Just by poking your head out the window.
Alright. Well.
Well, you can see Lily, and then no, actually, you just see Lily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Gideon's up.
Yeah, Gideon's actually above her,
Right.
and all you do.
I mean,
you,
who thinks
you just,
to look up?
You look out, and you're like, "Oh, well, there she is," but that's all you see with a 10.
Okay.
You're not blind.
Not
I mean,
surprised.
she's standing.
Right. I'm
Just not thinking
that's-
vertically.
Right,
Exactly.
just like, oh, okay, there's shit. And then I guess I'm gonna, I'm gonna tuck into the corner, and can Can I hold an action for a cantrip? Is that the
Yeah,
thing?
you can.
Then I'll hold an action for a firebolt. I don't want to waste a spell in case something comes in the room they get blasted.
Okay.
Hopefully before I get stabbed.
All right. Sounds like plan.
Again.
Erden.
Gonna move here. I'm gonna stealth.
Okay.
So modified 20.
All right.
And then if I'm gonna raid an action to shoot anything that comes into these two windows.
And you can see the door from there too. So if you want to do the 2 windows in the front door there,
Okay.
you're good. All right. That leads us to Gideon.
Me? Man,
I
this-
rolled horrible.
I was
Well,
gonna
the
say that
computer
thing.
rolled horrible for the opponent, so
Yeah.
it's last.
I was like, dang,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
Well, everything else is dead.
Well, I'm just punching.
You
Get
just
it.
punching.
I'm just punching.
Okay.
First punch. 16 to hit.
Hits.
Nice.
Math. 10 damage.
Non-magical. Right?
Non-magical.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think I will walk up, thinking about the fact that I punched it straight up into the eaves of the roof. I'm gonna. Is it on the edge? Like I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's hanging over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up around it and try and punch it out of it.
So you're gonna run up.
I'm gonna run
onto the
around
roof.
it onto the roof and try and punch it
from
and
behind.
punch it off the roof.
So, all right, roll me.
I mean, I got
Are
a
you-
hit. I got a hit.
Now, question:
Yes.
Are you just trying to shove it off the roof, or are
I'm
you
trying to punch it and then I'll do the thing and see if I can.
Okay.
So I have to hit first.
Yes, you do. You
15
hit.
on the dice for a 21 to hit.
You hit.
Nice.
Because you did that shove thing with your key point.
It's a
last
key
time,
point
right?
thing, yeah. So 5 damage from the punch and then a strength save from him. It is a 13, I think. No, hold on, let me look. 8 plus 2, 10 plus 14.
14. You got a 15.
Okay, so he doesn't move.
So you hit him, and it's like you impact. It doesn't seem to cause as much damage as you're used to causing when you hit things
Yeah.
that you've noticed from recently, but it's like okay. Anything else? Bonus action.
The second attack was my bonus
Second
action.
attack was your bonus action. Okay.
Next level, I get 3. Not this level.
2. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's my
Alright.
turn.
It is.
Somebody wants to move me around behind it.
Yeah. Just right.
So we're on the roof and everybody
Yeah.
else is.
So I cannot see you now,
No.
probably.
Nope.
With the eaves and everything.
So at this point, it is going to run. And it's going to head this way across the roof.
They want
So-
minus 10 feet movement.
30 feet. You get a.
It's got a
I will try to grapple it.
10 minus for its.
Can you grapple it on a reaction?
A grapple is a normal attack, yeah.
All right.
It's 15 to hit.
Just hits.
Actually,
That's
it's
contested.
sorry, it's
Contested.
contested. Yeah, it's contested.
I rolled a 17.
Okay, yeah, you beat me then.
So you go to grab it, and it manages to just yank and pull out, almost unnatural in its strength.
Yeah.
And it runs away 30 feet.
What's its
another
movement?
30.
It's
30. So,
So it
then-
should be
slows
20,
by
20.
10. Because
so
of-
20, 40 feet total. I forgot about the ray of
Ray of
frost.
frost.
Thank you.
So it gets to the other side of the roof.
So to the other side of the roof. Okay.
And none of us can see it or know but Gideon.
I'm pretty sure we could see it crawling across or running away from him. 'Cause it's
Well,
staying,
I'll
I
just
just-
shout out, he's running.
it's staying on this side of the house.
Lily.
So, last turn I could kind of see it over the eaves, but I think that's because it was trying to get it him still.
It was trying to see it, yes.
So, theoretically, I would see it disappear. Like, I'd no longer
You
see,
see
it
it
over
pull
the
back.
eave. Yeah. So, alleyway here, yeah, and here.
Mm-hmm. Basically, it's surrounded. His house is kind of surrounded by some other houses with some 10-foot spacing.
Yeah, so I would step here then, and like be craning to try to see A, if I could see him, and B, if I could see it.
He's just standing up, so yes, you can see him.
Okay. From that vantage point, I don't know if I could
For
see
the
the
creature,
top of the
it's not it's almost spider crawling away,
Okay.
and it's just as fast doing that as it is just standing up. So it's crouched. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
I can do that.
I was gonna say, I could also just like yell out, like, he's running towards
Yeah.
the window you guys came out of. Or like in that
On your
direction.
turn.
Yeah.
Whole 40.
Which is way down the bottom.
Yeah.
Granted,
Disadvantage,
it's a
right?
6-second thing, but yeah.
18.
18. It's daylight, dark. No, it's dark.
It's dark.
It's dark.
It's dark.
And I have my goggles and night on.
You kind of get a glimpse of it, but it's
It would have coverage.
I was gonna
it's
say,
not
would you say cover?
Oh yeah. From where you're at least half, probably 3/4.
So, Vicious Mockery, it's just within range. It just says you unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see. So even if it's got cover, I can see it.
60-foot range.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to do Vicious Mockery again, and I'm gonna yell, "Right, sit and yell." So, right, see, that's what I thought. Look at you run away, little pansy. And then, Wisdom save
16.
passes, so no damage.
You're
And
gonna
no
give away on those
disadvantage.
booger legs.
Anything else? So you used 5 for the movement.
I can see Gideon standing fine on top of the roof, so yeah, I'm staying where I'm at. I'm good.
Okay. Ember.
I yelled.
Can I hear movement?
Give me a
up
perception
there?
check.
Probably at least heard the word.
Oh, new die.
I mean, it is raining too.
Perception?
Yeah.
8.
8. You hear something in that corner where Gideon's at, but you're not sure if it's what it is. Just ever so faintly something.
I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Say where you
Guard
are.
the target.
Okay.
Guard the mark.
Same hold, just in case. All right. Obo.
Obo's still fascinated with how Gideon made climbing up this wall so easy, so he's gonna try it again. Except this time he's gonna use all 4 and climb up
So
there.
you're just gonna start trying to climb up.
Yeah.
You can actually try and do the whole grip thing and
Yeah, I'm gonna take 5 feet back and run.
so parkour it up, kind of basically.
Sure.
Give me a acrobatics or athletics.
Negative.
Okay. You get up about 10 feet and then you just slide down the wall again.
Damn it. I hate this crap.
Well, that's it for me. Going back inside. Action dash.
Okay.
I said enemy, right?
Yes.
You said enemy. Ron, however, did not, so I come in through a window.
No, I did say enemy.
I think we all did.
Yeah, I said enemy.
Okay. It was understood.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
They're looking for threats.
So Ron
smarter
turns,
than that. Come
Ron
on.
turns and he's like, "Oh no!" Turns back.
Held action as intended, not written.
Right.
Ow, why y'all hitting me?
Jaren.
So she's yelling down that way
Mm-hmm.
at something. I'm guessing he can't see.
You're
Yeah,
like,
I've got the
she's-
goggles.
Well, I've got 60-foot dark vision.
Oh,
But
but you're shorter than I am.
yes.
Yeah.
That would have been when you rolled a 10 on your damage.
So
Right against me.
10,
yeah, right.
20, 25, 5, 10, 15,
Let me do
20,
it. So I can see
25.
that's in.
No sign of anything?
So he's moved down.
Yep. Give me a perception check.
That's 6.
Nice.
Alright, so that was movement and bonus action for Expeditious Retreat. So he's just going to hold his action to shoot an enemy if he sees one.
Okay.
With Ray of Frost.
Right frost. All right. Sounds good. Ron. Same as before.
Does he hear me yell?
Everyone did hear you yell,
Okay.
but it's just a yell.
Rebel yell.
You didn't give direction. You were taunting it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Did we hear the footsteps across the roof, pitter patter?
Give me another perception check.
Is that cocked?
I don't think so.
I mean, it kind.
It
I
looks
don't like this dice tray. It's the bottom felt is coming up and it
Maybe
is
it's not.
causing problem. Sure, it's probably a good idea so I don't damage their table.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, we can share.
Okay.
I want to use yours.
That's much better.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's much better. So, yeah, there's a light rain going. So there's a little bit of
Oh, there's already noise on the roof. I got it.
it's more of a sprinkle. So you're really not catching anything from that. It's just, and it's just started, but you hear a loud ruckus in that far corner, and then you hear something running, scampering on the backside from your straight to left.
All right. Then, if you could, move me 30 feet towards that other window on the other side. The one, no, on the wall there.
Oh. 10, 20, 30?
Yeah. And fucking dash. Is that a window I can crawl through?
Yep, it's a normal size window.
I hear him going, so yeah. I'll dash, step just outside the window. That's my action. And then I don't think, because I'm a dang. Oh, I could misty step, but I ain't gonna, so that's
There's a
fair.
road right here with a dagger.
He said there's a rogue right here with a dagger.
Waiting for you.
Waiting for you.
There's a rogue right there with a no.
I guess that's just how it is. Ron the ever stabbed.
Alright, so you moved,
New deity.
action dash, and
That,
bonus action.
I mean, well, I guess look around, see if, like, do I see dude? I imagine I see,
You see Jaren at the other end, kind of
Right.
looking up. But
I mean, if I look up, I don't see
You don't
anything
see
yet. It's still on
anything.
the roof. Okay.
No.
Then that's it.
all right, Erden.
This way I can still shoot this.
Obo
out.
just came in the windows.
Obo's there, so I'm gonna step here and now face these. I'm listening here, and
Okay.
I'll just ready in action to shoot
Okay.
Nice.
an enemy.
Gideon.
I'm just thinking Ron the ever stabbed patron saint of the assassinated.
Yes. Perfect.
I'll make my way across the roof to
10, 20,
Catch up.
30.
Yeah, I got enough movement. I got 45. I'm good.
Do you want to be here then?
Just in case he rounds over.
Yeah. Let me go there. I'll try to punch him again.
Okay.
It's at 18. 18. 9 damage.
Nice.
So 4. Screw it. I'll try and knock him off the roof again. So a strength 14.
17 on the die.
Okay. Bonus action, I will punch. 19 on the dice for a 25 to hit. 9 damage, so 4 again.
Okay. Waste those key points. Use them up.
Yeah. I'll try and punch him off the roof again. Or, yeah.
Alright.
So, another one.
Natural 20.
Oh my gosh!
Now you roll in that 20.
I
Well, he's
will
done this turn.
flurry.
Oh,
Flurry of
never
blows.
mind.
So that brings me down to 2.
So you get one more attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my empowered to punch off is like standard stunning.
Well,
so it's
you,
every
you've
time
got
I
attack,
can do
you've
it.
got a bonus attack,
Mhm.
but if you flurry, you get a third attack.
Yes. Yeah.
Because of
That probably doesn't hit. That is a 14.
just missing.
Just misses. Okay.
Darn.
It's now, it's aware of you. It's taken those 2 hits and it's fought off you pushing it up, punching it off the roof, and that third one, it just blocks you out of the way.
I think I will just hiss at it. Yep. Fangs out, hiss at it.
Ooh.
Alright, it is its turn. It looks at you and says, embrace it. And it flees.
So another attack of
Another
opportunity.
attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
I'll try and grab it.
Hit.
15 plus 4.
Well, it's contested.
What's
It's
contested?
contested.
It's
Well,
contested.
he's
Because he's trying to grapple.
It's yeah. It's, yeah. It's at 18.
21. 18
Darn.
on the die. All of a sudden, they're really coming to life over here.
Where's it fleeing to?
Yeah. I guess I should take it
Shadows.
off.
Trying to.
It is actually,
It would have to jump to another roof or climb down. So
it is jumping across,
This way.
yep, to the next roof.
Opportunity attack? Or
Yes.
reaction attack?
Yep, you can take your reaction.
That's a 24 to hit.
Hits.
3 cold damage and its speed is reduced by 10.
So it jumps down into the alley.
No,
No,
it
it
jumps
jumps
to the
across.
roof.
It's
I think you'd have to make an acrobatics because it just took some
Like
damage
40
to try to
meters.
jump, you know?
Except
I mean,
some things don't have to take
30.
acrobatics.
well, this thing might have to, alright?
Because 10 to get across.
I don't see him rolling dice.
I know. Just
I
let
mean,
it
I can chase it indefinitely.
go. You could.
I am faster than it
You are faster than it.
by a lot.
Especially when it's slowed by
Monkey-o.
10 foot.
So
right?
I would like Obo, Erden, and Ember to give me perception checks. This is just outside of your normal turn.
Perception. 16.
Okay.
No.
Alright. You hear this scuffling going on in that corner there, and then it gets quiet, and then the ray of frost, you just hear this weird icy go off. But other than that, now it's kind of gone quiet. Are you going to pursue?
I will.
Because it's down to 40 foot, so 10 across. 10, I mean, you could jump without a problem. It's
Yeah,
not- no
I was gonna say
problem.
it didn't even make it all the way across another roof, probably.
It's about probably halfway over the next house. The next
Yeah.
house is a little bit narrower than yours, And then,
But
you know,
it's-
they
yeah.
all vary by width and length. Well, the lengths are about the same because it's all nice straight,
Yeah.
at least in your area, but the widths of the houses vary. So at this point, it's probably about halfway across the next house, but
I will. Yeah, I'll follow it.
okay.
I want to see kind of where it's going. I don't want to I want to try and not make it super known that I'm following it.
So are you gonna stealth?
I'm going to try and stealthily follow
That
it.
will half your movement.
Okay,
I think you're still
that's
faster.
fine. I'm still faster than it.
I'm just letting you know
Yeah.
that will halve your movement. So go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Right.
It's distracted enough trying to get away that, well, maybe not.
That's a 9.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
9.
It sees you jump across the roof and hisses right back at you.
Bad kitty.
It is going to continue to just try and get away. Rooftop to rooftop. And when it can't jump to another rooftop, it'll climb down and
I will follow it long enough that I can see what direction of town it's going in.
okay. It is
And then I'll be back in 3 minutes.
Right.
it takes a winding path, but the overall direction you're getting is that it's going back to the mansion.
Okay.
Point of order. Would I have seen Gideon jump across? I don't know when you stealthed.
No,
With a
given your
9.
angle, he was back from the edge
Well,
of the
she
roof.
would have went first though, so she would have been able to move
Well,
forward.
She would have been
Right.
closer, yeah.
Because I would have
Sure,
come this
I'll
way.
give you
at
that.
least.
Yeah, that's sure.
She is first to act.
So I would have used my full action to at least get near.
Okay.
I wouldn't want him to have been all the way
Um,
over there by himself.
Yeah, you would have seen both figures. Boom, boom, boom,
Okay.
boom. Well, you wouldn't have seen it jump across.
Yeah, which is fine.
It goes after
Gideon.
Gideon.
Yeah.
so it would have escaped.
Then I
You
would
would
have
have
moved.
moved.
Gideon
Gideon would have jumped across. Yeah. Yeah.
I would have just. I would have just been on this corner waiting.
Yeah, you would have seen Gideon jump across and start to follow it.
Okay.
That's real easy.
And with that, we will close out.
Jesus, 3's been the lucky number.
This combat. Gideon's gone for a couple minutes.
During that time Gideon's gone,
Mhm.
Ember would like to. Do you have detect magic by chance?
Nope.
I don't think so. I will. Level, but at the
Everybody
moment-
else is outside, so I can't ask any of them.
No, I
Well-
can't do that yet.
You guys are kind of on a free-for-all now, so if you
Yeah.
guys
I'm
tell me
I'm
what you're
staying
doing,
outside.
you're staying
I'd,
outside.
I would have
I'd go back
taken-
in.
He would know that I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would have taken just the brief moment that we're next to each other to look him over and see if he's hurt.
Then I'm going to call out to Jaren and ask him if he can detect magic on Varen to see if there's some sort of tracking magical device on him, and I'm going to search Varen because I want to see how they found us.
I will aid
If
you.
it's something.
I will also investigate.
So I'm going to be searching Varen and ask Jaren to detect magic if it can.
Not like on death's door, but it's noticeable.
He took a few.
Before
There's some like
Jaren-
decayed spots
I
from like.
feel kind of bad because I didn't get hit at all.
Neither did I. Don't worry.
You were
Before-
paralyzed in the beginning though.
Before
Yeah.
Jaren goes
You
back
did get
inside, then like as he's climbing back through the window, I'll tap him and cast healing word.
Okay.
There we go. 8 healing to you.
Nice.
And then I'm waiting for Gideon.
Are you able to do it right now though? The detect magic, is that something you still have spell slots to be able to do?
We could record
Yeah, I can do that.
Perfect.
Is this like time crunch, or do I have time, or?
I just want to know if they're tracking him by magical means.
You
And
want
I-
to cast it ritually, save a spell slot.
Yeah,
That'd be
and that's
11
fine.
minutes.
Yeah, give me some minutes.
All right, so Jared will move back inside.
In the meantime, I'm still gonna search him and kind of look for any objects to kind of lay out for
Yeah, and then
Jared.
you just gonna drop expeditious retreat once you start the ritual cast, or you gonna?
They would run out, but before I was done fish.
Okay. Works for me.
He's only a minute.
I couldn't remember if it was a minute or 10.
It's a minute.
10
Even
minutes.
if it was 10, though, it'd still run out.
Oh,
It
Sure,
ran
it's
out.
like magic is-
Yeah.
So, searching him, am I finding anything that I need to pull out, kind of sit out from?
You said you were gonna aid her in the search. Do you want
Yes.
to do an advantage roll or two separate investigation
It doesn't
checks?
matter to me.
I have a decent plus, so I rolled on my own,
Okay.
so we can both. So I got a 16.
Okay.
Got better than me.
Okay. You search him and you find a medallion that he's had under his clothing. You pull that out and it doesn't seem to be giving off any magical. It's kind of their house symbol.
It's that same.
That's well, not the one you were seeing from the cultists.
Oh.
It's the Lockhart
Can I
house symbol.
do an Arcana check on it? Maybe
Sure.
would that? I don't know if that would benefit us.
With
or
the
not.
detect magic, Jaren finds that he's
Ooh.
kind of overall glowing a little bit. It's not illusory or anything like that. I have to look up what the true polymorph is, but
Transmutation, probably.
Transmutation.
transmutation. There you go. 12. It just looks like
Just a
house
family
yeah,
crest.
Family crest.
Okay.
You don't find anything else on it that makes you think tracking.
Mm-hmm.
I need to look at my notes. 'Cause what he used to be one of the ones fighting the vampires back in the day. Did we ever know?
Well, his
The true Baron
the
was.
true variant.
Well,
Which,
right,
as far as we know,
right.
isn't.
But do we know
We have suspicions.
like how he fought? You know what I mean? Like, was he a caster? Did he use swords?
not know
I don't think
I
we
don't
ever
think
looked
we
that up.
know.
We haven't ever asked that
We
question.
don't know what kind of
Nope.
person.
Because if they're trying to impersonate him, is he supposed to have weapons? Is he supposed to have a focus? Maybe?
Nothing in the that's not anything you searched for, so nothing you
Right.
found.
It's something I've thought of since we did research.
The only thing you found was that the Lockharts helped drive the vampire incursion away 22 years ago.
But we don't know how or
somehow,
anything.
some
Correct.
way.
So we need to find out something about this family history.
That's a good point.
Like, it's a little bit-
And about halfway through him casting detect magic, Gideon comes back in. He's a little winded, but a little.
So
But
as soon as I see you and we're close, I look him over for any wounds.
Yeah, it's a morning jog for a
Nothing.
monk.
Okay. You good? You
Good.
alright? Did you find anything useful?
Headed back towards the mansion. I didn't want to get one of me, so I just want to know where he was going, and it seemed like he was going back to the mansion, and I just don't want to. One of those was hard.
Are your fangs still up?
Probably not. No.
no, in the time that one of his relaxation methods is
Just running.
Running.
anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So in that time that he was following the vampire and he had time to kind of calm down. He looks like normal Gideon,
Back to normal,
Except-
except probably a little more flush.
except there's still
Yeah.
blood all up in his face.
And puke.
Are you okay?
I feel okay right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
I can sit.
Okay. So everyone is now back inside. The captured Varen is practically just shaking.
Yeah, he's already a little intimidated by me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get down eye level with him. And how are they finding you? Do you know?
Master is powerful.
And where is this master?
Close.
Who is your master? Because you and your bodyguard keep saying master, master. Who?
He's the master.
Does he have a name?
Master.
Oh my god, can I kill him?
I would try to cast Detect Thoughts again, and then realize that I am spent.
Okay. You try to dig into that inner arcane magic spark that you have, and you're exhausted. There's nothing left.
Does anybody else still look fairly hurt or anything?
Are you better?
I'm good enough.
I took the one stab wound, but I'm okay.
Okay.
Oh, right. So as soon as I see you, damn it, Ron! And I walk up to Ron.
I stayed at a distance this time. They still stabbed me.
And I try to cast Healing Word on Ron, and then realize that I can't. And then,
Again, that same.
yeah! And I dig through my bags.
Oh, it's
and
okay. It's
I'm
okay.
pulling
I'll
stuff
be
out.
fine.
Pulling stuff out. And. Fuck! I knew I forgot something. We have to go shopping tomorrow. Damn. Psst.
It's a healing potion.
Healing potion or a healing kit?
Healing potion.
Oh.
Keep. We'll need those later. I swear I had a healing kit ready to go. We need to go shopping.
Did you just go shopping yesterday?
Yes, I thought that I already had one.
Oh lord.
Okay, so what's everyone want to do right now?
Sleep.
I don't
you
think that's
done
wise.
talking
I
to
think
Vigor?
they're coming back with reinforcements.
We had like 4 battles already.
I mean,
I think we need to keep guard through
Well,
the night.
Yeah, but we need to sleep too.
And try to bar the windows as best we can from the inside so they can't come in.
Alarm.
So the one thing that you do have in your house is a basement where you store a good bit of extra supplies from the business.
So if we want to board up windows, we can do it.
Yes.
So I think
I'd help.
take a little time and do that before we rest.
alright.
I think Lily tries to help me, and I'm like, just hold it. that's the vibe I get. It's like, oh, you're like, oh, I'll get this one, and I see you over there like holding it up like this and like trying to hammer it at the same time. I'm like, just hold on.
Sounds accurate.
Yeah.
So you two work as a team. Erden, what do you want to do? You're going to help with the boarding up?
Sure.
He's got years of experience. He's good at it as
With
well.
rope and
Well, I mean,
wood.
you've built ships before.
He's got the most experience.
He's
with
got the most
wood.
general woodworking experience, but
You know what you're doing.
you started in your background as building ships, so you know your way around working with wood as well. So boarding up a window or two
Good
is
with
nothing.
wood.
He's good with wood. So yeah, Jaren, what do you want to do while they're taking care of this? So
Dude,
let
you-
me remind you that you have a dead body
Mhm.
who's bled out all over the floor.
No, it's in the bathtub.
He did
Yeah,
bleed
he did
out all
bleed
over
all
the
over.
floor.
He was
The
blood
body
out.
is in the bathtub, that is
Right.
correct.
He's
But
not
there
bleeding on the
is
floor
a
anymore.
pool of blood that is still surrounding your current living captive.
No,
Yeah.
there's not.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, there's not.
So are you gonna help him, or are you gonna press the
I think I did that before, if I remember right. I
Yeah.
cleaned everybody up and tried to
She
clean.
Because
started
of his
to,
reaction.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have been able to get all of it.
No,
But I
do
because
five-
the
tried.
attack
5 foot
happened very
squares at a
shortly.
time, though.
He threw the cloak over it, and she was prestidigitation
Okay.
because of.
Then,
Alright.
then
So
my
we'll say that there's a minimal pool left.
and my goal
I
would be
forgot
to
about
help
that.
board up.
It's been a
first.
few weeks, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna take a stool and go board up this window. Since that one was very,
Where they
The
came
legal
in.
one.
yeah.
They were sneaky.
Or attempting to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's upstairs too, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we?
Okay. So
Trying to
everyone
think of
busies
what
himself
booby
with
trap
different
did.
things. You get the house sealed up fairly well, and
So I realize we've gone through all this work of boarding up the windows and such. Do we want to? How big is the basement that we've been going in and getting?
it's generally about the same size as the first floor footprint.
Do we want to hang out here, or do we want to hang out in the basement? It might be easier to.
Yes, this is
Blockade.
their one way in and out of that basement, meaning the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah, but we don't want to be trapped in there either.
That's what I'm thinking.
At least
If
here
there's
we
not a
have
backup
ways
way
out.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can rip the boards off or something, or blast through.
Yeah. This will be more
Have Obo
comfortable
go
for us to
rage
get
mode on
rest.
Boards. Huh?
I don't rage.
Oh, that's right.
I control it.
So it is still early-ish evening. It's dark, obviously, and as you guys are busying yourself with cleaning up, boarding up, some of your stomachs start to rumble.
Oh no.
You haven't eaten. You
don't
haven't
have
done
anything.
anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, Lily picked up food.
I did, but I mean just bread and like fruit. I don't know if we had a full meal. I just was hungry.
She basically went to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Got
Panera
rations.
bread.
Right.
Force packs have rations,
He's got a
right?
kitchen.
Ron has rations.
Yeah.
Well,
Run
I'm
a
just
house
saying,
with a
you know,
kitchen.
there's
Yeah.
I was
certain
gonna say I'm
things
sure
that
we've got.
Somebody needs to mix food, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ron is a weakling, so he'll start cooking.
So you head to the kitchen, you start looking through the pantry, and him and his dad actually keep it well stocked with different types of foods.
Ron's a smart guy. He'll figure out how to make
Do
something.
you have cooking utensils or something?
I'm proficient with cooking tools.
Are you? Alright, yeah, me and
Well,
so
we're
you're-
board,
me and
well,
Jaren will be in the
well,
kitchen.
we're boarding up the upstairs, yo.
Give me a cooking roll.
We're up there slanging a meal together.
I was gonna say, aren't artificers technically proficient in every tool?
Any tool?
Yeah.
No, but that was one of the tools that I took.
Nice.
They get expertise in
Eventually-
all tool rolls.
Eventually you can.
Yeah.
If you make the tool, yeah.
I'm a calligrapher,
What would
so
that
as
be,
he's
intelligence?
cooking, I'll be writing down the recipe.
I think it's
Performance.
Wisdom.
There you go.
I mean, yeah, because survival's wisdom
Yeah,
for
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
hunting and stuff, and then cooking.
Or
and
performance. I kind of lean towards
I would do wisdom.
wisdom.
That's what I would pick.
19.
And you added your proficiency modifier?
Yeah, I had
Okay.
wisdom and proficiency. 'Cause
Does he get advantage because I'm
19.
aiding him?
Eh.
Although I had to be proficient.
You
in
don't have
cooking, never
proficient
mind.
in cooking.
Never mind, sorry. Got it.
So
You're just handing him
the,
things.
the way you're helping is you're getting stuff from the top shelf.
Yes.
So you and Jaren go into the
Reading the
kitchen,
instructions.
and
Right.
Jaren, being of smaller stature than yourself, he looks around and he's like, "I can work with this, but I'm going to need you." So you two go in there, and he finds a stool that he can get up and cook on the stove with, and he starts cooking it, and he starts rattling off different ingredients, and Ron's just going about doing this,
Love it.
and within 30 to 45 minutes, Jaren's pumping out food.
Nice.
And in that whole 30 to 45 minutes to an hour with the two talented woodworkers, things get boarded up nice and tight, and everyone starts gathering in the main room as Jaren calls out,
Soup's on! That is metaphor. I didn't actually make soup.
Okay.
So you, Jaren and Ron, start bringing out plates of food. For the first time all day, you finally have a few moments to again relax and start digesting all of the events.
What a word. What a word choice. at some point while everybody's like passing around plates and stuff, because you two are still hurt, right?
Oh, tiny bit. I'm
Yeah, a
down
little
5.
bit.
Just a little bit. Is anybody else still hurt?
I'm fine.
It's
No,
not. It's not
no.
much.
I will kind of clap you guys on the shoulder and be like, thank you for making food. Sorry you guys have gotten mixed up in all of this. And not knowing that I'm doing it, I will heal and touch them.
Do I?
Nice.
Can I tell that's happening? Because I have healing word. Do you know what I mean? Like, since I can heal, do I know? Can I tell what he's doing?
Are you
7.
paying attention to him, or are you
Nice,
paying
that
attention
maxes
to the
me
food?
out.
I was very concerned that they were hurt. So if he goes
Give me a
over and starts
perception
talking to
check.
them,
Thanks, man.
5.
Like, oh, I feel tip top all of a sudden. How'd you do that?
Yeah, it's all warm and tingly.
Do what?
Well, I look. That wound is not as bad now. It's almost gone.
Steam
'Cause
from the food
bummed.
gets in your
You
eyes.
overhealed me. I'm at full health now. Whatever you just did, it did the trick. I feel much better.
I don't know that I did anything.
Well, I mean, I can't do it.
Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence? Oh boy.
I'm real good at getting hurt, apparently.
Oh boy. 4. No, 3. I don't even have a plus.
Oof.
You don't have any idea that
I literally don't know.
Which
My
interesting.
intention all along.
You just have magic.
their
hands, I
argument
guess.
with you kind of made you think for a second, because you touched him and then all of a sudden, but how could it be you? You've never healed anyone before.
Never killed anybody.
Then again, you've never done some of the other things you've done. So the floor is y'all's.
I was like, I don't know that there's an opening in the church to the tunnels, but I mean, if we were to retreat somewhere, that'd be a good idea. That's me, not. That,
I mean, who all went? It was me and
Me.
Lily and
Jaren.
Jaren. Figure we would tell everybody about the tunnels.
So there is that probably could stand some investigating at some point, if that's what they were here for the last time. Perhaps they didn't find what they were looking for before they got driven out, so they're just back to complete the job.
I'm quite curious about the mansion as well.
So what about the mansion?
Since
Me
that
too.
seems to be where they're collecting and staying, I would like to,
And retreating to, apparently.
yeah, I would really like to get in there and
I agree.
stuff there out.
My only concern, and I suppose we would face the same issue in the tunnels, is I don't know how many of them are in the mansion. And there are 7 of us.
Also, I guess,
Wait.
theoretically speaking, it'd probably be better for us to hit the mansion. Because what if the tunnels lead to the mansion? And then if we can hit a tunnel, what if there's so many tunnels underneath, we don't know where we're going.
At least the mansion's
And-
room by room and we can
Right.
take it.
Steady, where tunnels we can all get
Plus we can
mixed
hit in
up,
the daytime
lost, and
and pull curtains down from windows as we go, knowing that that has an effect.
plus we have a broken window we can climb in through now.
Yes, if they haven't repaired it.
So Chris is not as smart as Ron, apparently, because I forgot. I gotta identify. So I'm gonna go to Varen and ritually cast Identify to try and see what spell, if it's a spell, is affecting him.
So read the spell.
Yeah. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. I read it 3 times to make sure.
Chris the player.
And if it's not a spell, so be it.
Okay, I thought it just
But-
pertained to objects.
I did too, but there's a little sentence right
Yeah,
at the end
that's
that
what it
says
says
you can
about
touch a creature and
Is it a willing creature or any creature?
You instead touch a creature throughout the casting. You learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So you get the faint remnant of a true polymorph
Okay.
that it seems like it's permanent.
Ah.
And you get the there's another spell upon him that's like a geese spell
Ah.
that something to that effect that's affecting him.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I said it right, but you know.
That's how I say it.
It's Gesh.
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 Is it?
Yeah.
There you go.
I never would have said it that way.
It's
G-E-A-S,
it's
but
Gaelic,
Gesh.
I think.
Ah,
Yeah, it's Gesh.
that makes sense.
Some say
Thank you.
guys,
I
some
never knew
says
that.
gays.
40 years of playing this
I didn't
freaking
know
game.
that. I didn't know that until like a year ago.
So.
Now,
Oh, I see. As if it. Okay, I had to look it up. What that G is spelled, or G, whatever you
Gesh.
said. Gesh.
Yeah.
That word. To see what it did.
now
So,
you do not know that spell. You just know that it's a it's a higher level.
Is it like a control?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's been commanded to do something.
But you don't know that, right?
He knows something's.
He knows the
Influencing
spell term,
him.
but
He knows
doesn't
that
know
a
what
spell
it
is influencing him, and then he knows that a spell has transformed him.
Got it.
At his level, he doesn't know true polymorph or
Right.
Gesh, so
You let us know.
Yeah, I'll teleport.
Well,
He's got 2 different spells affecting him.
well, that explains part of it then. He's not Varen.
No.
He just looks like Varen. Like very, very, very solidly. He
Right.
basically is Varen, but he's not Varen.
But he did do the vandalizing. Because you got that
Yes.
when you were detecting his thoughts,
Yes,
which
yes,
is what
yes.
the bounty's for.
Right. So this is the
So
person
he
you're
is
looking for.
he is the mark for the vandalism.
But he's not a vampire, right?
No.
So all the people that have been saying that this person that looks like this person is the one that's bitten
Bit
them,
them.
it's not him.
Right.
So the real Varen is also here.
That is what.
This is just not him.
Yeah, well, he's a Varen, just not the Varen.
He's been transformed somehow, and he's under some effect of somebody told him what to do, and he has no choice.
So what if the real Varen's the quote unquote
Master.
Very possible, because why would he risk his own safety when he could send
Others to do
this
it.
this individual to
Lookalikes.
do it?
Because if the real Varen is the master and is a vampire and that's known in this circle, then people would be scared of him. So or intimidated or do
And
his
that
bidding.
makes sense why the mansion might be the stronghold.
What if there's more than one copycat too?
Don't make me think about that. That's terrifying.
Another question is,
It's
were they
so
here to
far.
rescue him or to kill him?
Well, they seem to want
The
him.
ones we just fought off.
They seem to want him around, alive, to do more than.
But they
a
treat
bidding.
him like trash when I spied on them.
It's because they just want him to do their
They,
bidding.
yeah, they want him to do his bidding.
I'm going to take him
He's
and put
definitely
him
a
up against the
pawn.
wall so that he's not just open, and then I'm going to be up against the wall with him.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I thought we got the impression that they were here to kill him, or was that just me?
They never targeted him as far as we could tell from
Well,
us
They
inside.
never got a chance to try.
Right.
Yeah, we were pretty spread out and we had them distracted pretty good.
Right.
That's why I'm
So
saying,
we don't
do we
know.
even know their intentions of were they
But
trying to kill us or were we
didn't-
just in the way?
Didn't he act scared when he saw them though?
I mean, he always seems like timid around them though. Very like,
Did we pick up on
I'll
anything?
do
I mean,
what
he
you
was-
want so I can survive kind of thing. But
I'm gonna
that
ask you for that lovely roll you love.
Inside.
Yeah.
the way they were talking to him earlier when I was spying.
I was gonna say, was that Gideon getting that? That's a natural 20 for a 28.
You distinctly
Nice.
remember him being, when the attack started, him being more afraid of them than of you,
Yeah.
including you.
Okay.
Because I think I even remember saying
I
something.
think
So-
you said something about it. It's just
So while this conversation is happening, I am looking at Baron and trying to study what emotions are coming across his face.
Okay, give me insight.
Am I good at these? I keep asking this question. I don't even know if I'm good at this.
That's
You're a
the,
bard,
that's the
so-
great thing about D&D.
Can't be awful at anything, really.
I'm great at this.
But you're not awful.
11.
11. He is so worn out, frightened, and everything
Yeah, I
else that
He's nodding off in the chair.
he's near passing out.
So
The only time he has shown any interest is when you guys started passing around food.
So I was gonna say, at this point, I would take what's left of my food because I wouldn't have eaten it all.
He already got fed tonight.
He got fed the same. He got fed the same thing that we got fed, which was barely nothing. He really hasn't had dinner. Let me do this.
Who for?
And I-
Yeah, you fed him early, right before they attacked.
Yes, I did, and I promised him that I would be the next one that saw him, and that didn't work out.
No, I ended up dragging him out of the bathroom.
And getting a dagger for your
And
troubles.
yeah, some bitch.
So I feed him.
Okay. He's chewing slowly and almost fading in and out, but he's had a day. And then, of course, Ember's standing right next to him, scaring the piss out of him constantly.
Please don't guard him.
This is true.
I mean, Obo mentioned, could we kill him? And I was like,
You definitely
not
considered
yet.
it.
So
All
about,
right.
about the while she's feeding him, you feel a buzzing at your head.
Oh Lord.
So I'll pull the stone out.
And you don't get an image, but you hear extraction team on the way. Should be in Shadyville by tomorrow late evening or late afternoon.
Okay. So I'll share it with the rest of the group that, well, the retrieval group is coming, but they won't be here until probably tomorrow evening. Which means we have to guard him as best we can
Hold
until
out.
then. But that gives us time to rest
And shop.
and shop.
Wait till daytime.
Oh, of course, yeah, tomorrow. All right, who's doing? We said we should keep watch. Yes.
Yes, I think we need to keep
Take
watch.
third and fourth.
I'll do the first.
Does the front door, does it open out?
In or out?
Or
I've got decent resource. I'll do first with you.
Okay, and we'll put a chair under the,
I'll sleep in front of the
I
door.
didn't spend as many spell slots as y'all did, so I can take first shift.
okay.
So you two taking first?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Who's got second?
I'll take second.
I was gonna say I can do whatever.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
3 watches
flexible.
is good.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
take
take
charge
second.
for me, sir. You
So
can
you're gonna
Unless,
do,
I'm
unless,
done with it.
I need 4 hours in my trance.
Huh?
You
Okay,
either
you'll
need,
get
I
plenty.
was gonna say, you either need to do the first one or the last one.
Right.
Because it
All
does
right,
have
I'll
to
do
be,
last.
it does
The
have to
4
be
hours
together.
does have to be
Yeah,
continued.
you
Yeah.
need to charge.
Okay, so
yours.
you're gonna
So I'm
do
saying
third?
it'll last more than one.
and you
Y'all
two
are
are
doing
doing
first.
second?
I've got another charger.
You
Yeah,
wanna
I'll
go?
just
Sure.
plug into your laptop.
Who wants to do third
This
with
is
Erden?
fucking
I
cool.
Okay. So
Okay,
Jaren
so
gets to
this
do
is-
a
Yeah.
full
Jared wants to do the full.
cycle,
He
yeah.
cooked
did
for
get-
us,
I was
so
gonna
Yeah.
say he cooked and he did get hurt the
And he
most.
got hurt the most, so he gets to have a full cycle.
he gets to rest it all
Okay.
off.
I'm fully healed with.
Yeah, because
over,
if
like,
I
half
if
my
I take
resources,
third watch, then I
so
get my full rest and I get my stuff back. So
As long as we make
Alright.
it through a whole rest. I'll
I
get
chill
this
for an
stuff.
hour, I'm back to normal, so.
Oh wait, and if we're yeah.
You're gonna be so
Oh.
an hour later.
That's so annoying.
all right, what watch are you taking? Are you taking a watch?
First.
First, yeah.
Ah, yeah, so I can see.
Okay, so
Don't require attunement.
No.
Mm-mm.
I can cast light too. So
Noise.
food
That's why I
eaten.
can trade it back and forth.
conversation had about Varen and the mansion. You all find whatever corners you can find that are comfortable. I mean, there's still furniture in here, couch, pillows, the whole thing. Gideon scraps together some, linens from different places. So you guys, it's not like you're roughing it.
I make myself a little nest in the corner.
So you guys all find good corners to sleep in. Ember and Ron, go ahead and give me perception checks.
Apparently Ron's got you.
24.
24. Okay. So, you guys being on first watch and still coming down from that adrenaline rush.
Ron's fucking watching.
You're wired. You're just jumping at everything, particularly since you know that your quarry is right there with you. Are you staying right next to him and watching the house from there?
Yes.
Where are you going to be, Ron? You going to be on the other side of the house?
Where's
or?
she at?
She's
I'm
right there,
got my
that's right.
back up against
Oh
the
yeah,
wall
so
from the stairs.
I'd be probably
right next to Obo.
like right here, so I can walk because I can see both windows from there, and yeah,
So you're facing that way.
Yeah,
I'm
so I
facing
can
this
see
way.
pretty much all the windows except that door from there.
Okay.
So I'd just have my head on a swivel.
And he's sleeping in front of the door, so if someone tries to come in and open it,
they've got an Obo in the way.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not much weight, but
It's
it's still something in the
It's
way.
enough to let us know they're coming.
Yeah.
Halfling door stopper.
Clank. Yeah.
Damn straight.
You wearing armor?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Heavy? Oh yeah, so clank when they open the
There's a
door.
clank to it.
Oh yeah.
The armor weighs almost as much as him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So I'd be sitting down right there, probably scribbling in my journal, or just like more watching than anything. Head on a swivel. Watching for now.
other than the creaks and groans of the house and just the different sounds of the occasional passerby outside, goes uneventful. Your Varen has pretty much passed out at this point, and very fitful sleep, but he has passed out sleeping.
I'm just there over him, kind of beside him, sharpening my axe. While he sleeps, he hears that sound.
So fitful.
Very fitful. That whole whetstone.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And I'm
Nice.
just cleaning it and sharpening it up.
Okay. Just keeping to yourself.
Yeah, I think after Ron's too, he's not talking much.
Okay.
He's too skeeved out until this guy is gone. He's
So your watch passes, no problem. About 2.5, 3 hours, and you're ready to wake up the next watch, which is
Obo
and
Gideon.
Obo and Gideon.
Yep.
alright.
So
We'll wake him up. Can y'all both see in the dark? Okay. Then I'll wake y'all up. I'll take these off and set them next to Lily. And just nothing happened. I watched the whole time. Very diligently. Going to bed.
And I just go and sit
Pass out.
right next, just
up against.
So I'll
with
take
my
your
back
spot
up
in front of
against
the door
wall.
and fall asleep in front of the door.
I was just gonna have my back up against the door.
Okay.
Even during your watch.
Even
Well, then
during
we'll
the
Forrest
watch.
Gump it. I'll come and lean up against your back and lean up against mine against the door.
Okay.
And then if they come in and you have to move and go attack, I'll fall over, which should wake me up, and we'll be good.
okay. So Gideon and Obo, perception checks, please. Okay.
Natural 20 for 26.
Okay.
Natural 1 for 7.
Yay! I say you and I have the
Both
highest
of y'all.
passives, but
Both of y'all crit.
Okay.
I only had the other feet to give you a reroll on ones.
Really ronned that one.
Oh.
Sorry. That's a story.
Oh gosh, that's good.
When did they give it to you?
One
Well,
of
he
these days.
just rolled a 19. So
No,
I
know,
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
For Garrosh.
They take it from him and give it
I had
to
all
us.
that good luck on Garrosh. Now it's time for all the bad luck.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
had all that good luck on Garrosh because you rolled with advantage all the time.
Doesn't mean everything.
That's okay.
Welcome to normalcy.
Oh, you should have seen my dice last night.
It was bad.
Bad.
So, get woke up. You in your head. You remember what happened earlier.
I thought that was about to be it. In my head, I hear.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh shit.
You're in your feelings.
You're in your feels.
yeah.
You're in your confusion. You're in your.
What the fuck?
You have found out in the last 2 days more about who you are and your past than you had in your previous 19, 20 years.
Yeah.
So, describe to me how you're sitting there on your watch.
I think I probably go upstairs and I just kind of stand in the door of my dad's room and I'm just kind of looking at it and like seeing it, like looking at it as if somebody who doesn't know everything that's in there, kind of, like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Looking
seeing
at
it for
from
the
a different-
first time,
yes,
kind of thing.
Different perspective.
Yeah. So I probably do that for like 30 minutes, just blanked out.
And it's probably weird that it's vacant too, for you.
Yeah, and then I probably just kind of spend some time double checking the boards upstairs, since everybody else is downstairs. Yeah. But yeah, I probably just. On the one hand, I'm like, that was, like, everything is so messed up. But on the other hand, I'm like, I was standing on a wall, and that's kind of cool.
That's what's going through Obo's head.
That's all you're thinking about.
So eventually you do come back.
And eventually
downstairs.
I do come back downstairs.
Okay. Obo?
Well, Obo is just being observant of everything, just looking around, seeing Gideon go upstairs, pacing. And in the back of Obo's head, he's like, how the heck did he do that? Made it look so easy. He was standing on the wall like this. So he's fascinated by it. But he's also reading his book that he was told to read. And then just keeping his head up, being observant, listening to all the snores and the crickets and the rain. Squeeze his little duck.
Squeak, squeak.
And then, yep.
45 minutes or so into your watch, you see Gideon finally come back down. He looks like he's got a lot on his mind. With your natural 20, you're not just observing everything or, your watch. You're seeing how everyone is. And you can see that your friend is thinking hard.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't. That's a lot.
You do got a lot going on. First your dad, then blood, then you were wall climbing. And not only that, but you stood there. That's a lot. Mind you, that's fucking dope.
It was kind of cool.
Right? I was thinking the same.
I wonder if I can still do it.
You want to try?
I wonder if that's like a let us sleep.
Let's go outside and try real quick. I open the door.
What?
Y'all are fine.
I was gonna say Ron's sleeping on you.
I move him.
Against the door. Oh, Lord.
I'm like, no, don't open the door. There's room in here.
There's walls in here too.
There are walls in
I'm
here.
asleep. Good point. Good point.
I will
Try it.
put one foot up against the wall, like, well, over here, kind of where nobody else is really.
Okay.
So in case I fall, I don't land
Okay.
on anybody.
All right.
Just kind of put one foot up against the wall.
Put it
Super
down.
flexed, you know, like trying to put it.
And you're like, put your other foot up and literally start walking up the wall. Turn around, look down at Obo.
What the hell?
10. Can you teach people how to do that? Like, I tried and I felt miserable. I think it's the armor.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm just doing it.
Super center pitch.
I wonder if it's
So there's like no control. It's just natural.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's a blood
You're
thing.
superhuman.
Maybe it's a blood thing.
So if I drink blood, then I will be able to do what you're doing. Is that what you're telling me?
Don't think that's what I meant.
Oh.
I don't think that's what I meant.
Oh.
It did happen after I kind of.
You did barf it, and usually if I put something in, it stays, and I like it to be that way, you know. But when you did the blood, you hurled it back out, and I was
I
like,
did a little bit, yeah.
oh. It was like a lot of it, you know. Maybe it was because I was squeezing you, though, you know, trying to pull you
You were
away.
squeezing me.
Yeah, maybe I squeezed too tightly too. So, but maybe I just have to taste a sip of blood.
Just having this conversation. Sideways.
Yeah, I'm looking up the entire time.
He's literally this way looking down, and you're looking up at him. Just
Yeah, we're
having
just
a
having
normal
this conversation.
Our heads are at the same
Yeah,
height.
it's like-
Ron, give
Just
me
sideways.
a Constitution check.
Just straight con mod.
Yeah.
Good thing I have a good con. Modified 20.
Okay. Obo had pushed you pushed you back a little bit, just so that and kind of turned you so you were leaning back on the wall
Right.
instead of leaning back on him. And for a second, you're like, and then you briefly just wake up and look around. Give me a perception check.
No, is it dark? No. Oh, we have light in here, I meant.
There's probably some.
Yeah,
some
there's
light.
some
light.
candles and
Candles.
stuff.
So I can kind of like.
So you realize you're up against the wall, and you start looking around, and you see Obo just down the wall from you, looking up, and you look up, and there's Gideon standing on the side
Just
wall,
having a conversation
just-
like
and
this.
the two of them just conversing.
Pull out my notepad. Pull out my pen. Gideon standing on wall. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Put it away. What? I need sleep. Maybe falls back asleep. You don't say nothing.
So, I must try blood to be able to do that.
I don't know that that's right. That doesn't really. I don't know.
Well, then how else am I supposed to know blood? If it's in the blood.
Oh, I think it might be a.
Oh, genetics.
like a passed down thing, maybe.
Oh, 'cause your mom's thing.
A vein, yeah.
That's not allowed inside this house, apparently.
Right.
What does that make your dad? Which side do you think you got it from?
Definitely my dad.
Really?
Probably, yeah.
I was thinking the mom, but okay. What does that make your dad then? I thought he was completely normal, like just down to earth, all about his wood.
I don't know. I wonder if I can go upside down.
Try it.
Stand on the ceiling. Yeah.
Standing on the ceiling, looking down at him.
10. Like you don't feel like you're gonna fall?
No.
'Cause I'm here. I'll catch you. But I gotta try blood if that's what it is to do that.
Oh no.
Give me
It's a superpower.
give me an insight check.
Insight.
Yes.
15.
15. You think back to all of your mountain climbing excursions as you're talking about that. And you did, at one point you realized there was one particular mountainside you were climbing where you were literally just hanging with one hand without any problems.
Oh, but you got that look again. You wanna talk about it?
You know why I climb a lot?
I mean,
Like I always like on the mountains and stuff.
yeah, you talk about it. You mean you could have done?
I think I might have been doing this the whole time and just not known it.
You had blood younger?
I like reach down and stick my hand and then like pull my feet off. Do I just hang?
You just hang.
10.
I'm doing it the whole time apparently.
So you were born this way.
I guess so. Just didn't realize it.
So your dad is crazy good.
I was kidding about my dad. It's probably my mom.
I knew it. You try to get me, but I'm clever. Well, that's awesome. I guess that's what you mean by blood then.
Yeah.
So I don't need to try blood.
No.
Oh, thank God. I was scared for a second. I was like, ooh.
It was pretty bad.
So seeing your reaction,
It's pretty bad.
I was actually scared to try blood. I was just joking, to be honest.
Yeah, it was not great. Yeah.
Well, that's cool though that you could do that. That could come in handy for whatever
I mean,
we decide to do in the
earlier
future.
that guy would have gotten away really easy if I couldn't. So
That's very true. So we gotta work on your grappling skills because it seemed like he was just slippery.
it was wet. It was raining.
Oh, it was raining. That's true too. Damn.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take Ember's idea about bounty hunting? You seemed fascinated.
It's kind of cool.
I mean, you will be a legit badass bounty hunter because you could literally run up walls like it's nothing and be like, get over here. And they won't even see you coming. You get to drop them. Literally. Whoa.
That's true.
I think it would be a good career choice for you.
Think about it.
And I mean, clearly, if you don't like somebody or what they say, you just punch them until they tell you what you want to hear. And it's like a good workout. It's a freaking win-win if you ask me. I mean, did you see what Ember did? She didn't like what that bodyguard said. It's like, off with his head, literally.
That was also a lot.
Yeah, but it was thrilling, wasn't it? And then that's when it caused you to go like crazy, and you went all in. I was like, oh, Gideon. I was a little scared. I'm not gonna lie, but thrilling at the same time.
Yeah.
That was like a whole episode.
What does that mean?
Like, you know, you just had so much going on. Like, Ember did one thing, and it caused you to do another thing, and then it caused another thing. It was like a chain reaction.
Oh, okay. I guess. I don't know. I don't remember it happening really. I just kind of remember you guys pulling me off. Remember the like, and then
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you get that part bounty hunting too. So if you really don't like somebody, you just
eat them.
yeah.
I don't think I like people. I don't.
Yeah, you don't like people. Actually, I should have known this too. You're not a people
Well, I mean, like
person.
it's food.
Oh, yeah. I don't. I never had anybody, honestly, so I can't speak from experience. You know, most of my shit's like cooked animals, cow, deer, chicken. I love chicken. Pigs, porks, you know. Horses. I have had a horse before. Traveling, you know. Rabbits, rats, snakes. Gator. Had gator once. But never people. I don't think about it either. You know, I like people. People usually bring good things.
Yeah. He was like, we were having a conversation, and it just kind of went.
Left field.
Just went into left field.
Should,
Alright.
should we wake up the others?
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm
I
starting to
agree.
get sleepy again.
Yeah, me too. I'll get a. Or do you want to come off the wall before we wake them?
Just drop. Yeah.
Superhero landing.
No.
10.
Yeah. Let's wake up.
I'll
the
go
other
wake
ones.
up Erden
All right.
and then go back in front of the door.
We'll take right now. Okay. So we've got Erden and
So you wake me up.
Lily.
Yep.
So I stretch.
Nothing happened, and I go to sleep.
How long was their watch?
About 2.5, 3 hours.
So I was
basically
watching
breaking
part of
up
that,
in
okay.
hours.
As you like turn.
Probably woke up during him being like, I've had horse.
Actually, yes. So you got a perfect vision of Gideon hanging from the ceiling with one hand, just hanging out there, no problem.
Three of us.
And then
technically.
talking about different animals in some context.
Food.
So as you like turn to go back to sleep or whatever, I catch you by the wrist real quick. Just while I have the chance, just if you ever need to like talk or not talk or just hang or I know how I would feel if my mom suddenly showed back up in my life. I can't imagine what it feels like knowing what you know about yours. So, you know.
Thanks. I may or may not take you up on that
What happened?
at some point. Or I may not. Or I may.
Sure. Just so you know.
Thanks.
All right.
And so I gather up one of the sheets that I've been curled up with and walk to the center of the room and look at Erden.
Can we sit here? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you two, you go back against the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can wander off wherever you want. You can go to your room if you want, or you can stay down with the group.
I think he probably goes to his room. I think for the first, 2 hours or whatever, he probably slept down there with everybody else, but
Finish out the night.
yeah.
Okay.
Is the upstairs just as large as the downstairs? It's like these stairs, same thing.
It's a little bit smaller, but upstairs is just like 3 bedrooms. One main bedroom being the dad's, and then Gideon's, and then a third that's just kind of a spare.
So I'll chill down here for an hour and a half, and then I'll go upstairs.
Okay. Both of you give me perception checks.
$20.
13.
Dirty.
Okay. All right. So you start your watch, and
So while we're hanging out in the middle of the room, while you're downstairs.
Hey, Erden. Do you, have a family?
Yes.
Yeah? Tell me about it.
need me to pull up your bio.
I got it right here.
I mean, you don't have to. I guess that was quite forward.
I left my wife to come here. We were retired from shipmaking. I have kids and grandkids and great grandkids, and we all live. I don't remember. I should.
Happily ever after. Me and
You can make it up.
Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's from Moonwater, right?
Moonbrook.
Brooks,
Originally, families kind of scattered around now, running different shipyards, things like that.
You could always make it up. She ain't got to know the whole truth.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Oh, she meant to put you on the spot.
And we still have the shipyard, and my wife and I have a summer home where most of our family comes for vacation every summer, and then they go back out and work.
That sounds really nice.
We might, depending on our travels, end up there.
So you have daughters?
I don't know. I thought I had 2 sons.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so boys then. Okay. What are you doing here?
There was some blood trails in some of my shipyards, and people have been disappearing, and so I think whatever's going on here either originated and began there, or tracked through my properties, or
I see.
I'm just trying to get it to stop.
That makes sense. So you're protecting your shipyards and your family. Do you miss your family?
A little. I was with my wife for like 500 years, so
500 years?
any time away is a long time.
Wow. I wish I lived that long. That would be exciting.
Someone's old as fuck.
But I understand now. I miss my dad.
Oh, you going shopping tomorrow?
Yes.
What do you need?
Oh, I really seriously thought that I had packed a healing kit. I was so meticulous about everything that I put in my bag, and I have like 3 books on vegetation of the area, but nothing, no healing kits. I don't know how that happened. So I have to get some healing kits. Do you need something?
No, I hand you 10 platinum.
Alright. And then,
I mean, it goes to protect the party, right? So,
yeah. Friends. So the conversation would kind of fizzle, but at some point Lily kind of scooches over and kind of leans on you a little bit.
Is that when you get up and go?
Right?
I think I might let her, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, and then that's good enough. Yeah. Just like I'm hearing back like daughters. It's like, oh, okay. And I don't just walk away. It's,
Oh yeah.
Granddaughters, yeah. They can
Also had fish, pigeons.
In your sleep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when he goes upstairs, I would take this time, since there would be candlelight and stuff, to write my dad the next letter.
Okay. All right. So everyone's watches quiet.
Oh,
you know,
sorry. Point of order. When I'm writing the letter, I start. This is the first time that I've probably like named people that I'm with. I might have mentioned Ron and Jaren in my previous letter, but I talk about who I'm with.
Okay.
And when I mention Ron, I do call him Ron the Everstabbed.
The Everstep. Okay. Ron the Everstep Midscribe. Okie dokie. All right. So at this point, we are going to take our break, and we're going to partake of some lovely cinnamon rolls from Bad Boy Bakery in Covington, Tennessee. So we'll be back shortly. Thank you. Go.
Some should play Warlock. Oh,
Welcome back. Hope everyone enjoyed their cinnamon rolls.
Woohoo! They're delicious.
If you ever get a chance, you're in Covington, Tennessee, try out Bad Boy Bakery. They have awesome everything that they make.
Yes.
So we left off with the finish of our watches for the overnight rest. You all get a long rest, so go ahead and mark that down. The morning dawns as Lily and Erden are finishing up their watch. The sun starts to come up. They can see the first rays of light starting to come through
I'll come back down.
the portions of the windows that aren't boarded up.
I would probably be in the kitchen making breakfast.
Okay. And I would say, based on where pretty much everyone was, Ember probably would be the first one to hear the click-clacking, clanging of the kitchen. And then it's just this smell of breakfast and coffee being made and just different things starts to wake everyone up. I don't know if Obo's still talking in his sleep.
if it is, it's about
I was gonna
meats
say,
and animals.
If I was on my way to the kitchen and I heard Obo talking in his sleep, I would have like nudged him with my foot.
Elk, brown bear, polar bear, boar.
So, new day dawns. The day is yours.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
And I come out with a fully loaded plate of like berries and breads and a tiny little bit of sausage, and come and sit down. Oh, breakfast kitchen if you want.
So what's the game plan? We heard tunnels, we heard mansion, we got this rat for another 8 hours it seems like, so it looks like we're not doing jack diddly squat until this one is out of our hands, right?
That would be preferable, other than I know Lily wants to do some shopping, and I was wondering if maybe a research trip could be taken by some.
No, we can send. I hate
While y'all
splitting
are
the
out.
party, but we should probably split the party. So half to defend him, half because now I'm sure there's other people that they see us out. They might
Right.
They might
I'll
try
stay
something.
no matter what. So
Right.
I assumed that you'd want to stay with him, yes.
I'll go for the research portion and
So
to aid in protection for shopping.
Sure. I was going to say, do we want a research / shopping team
That's
or
what I
one
think. That's
group?
the
I
best.
think that's
one
the-
one group to leave here to go do both things, while the other one stays here,
I'm good with that.
Need a pincushion.
and we can get food or whatever else we need while we're out. I think that's the best plan of attack for today until he's gone.
Speaking of shopping, I am getting a few healing kits to keep in case I get into situations where apparently I can't do what I normally do, like I did last night. That's the first time that's happened. And is there anything that anyone else would like? Oh, food. Yes.
I'll go research and shop.
You're coming with us, yes. And you said you'll go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely. Ron's doing some research.
Okay.
we need to research the Lockhart family.
Let me
The
type this out.
I said, let's take some notes of what we're doing,
Yeah.
what we're going after.
I got notes, at least from whatever Ron
Yeah.
sees.
Do you see Ron in that journal all the time? It's like he never puts it down.
No, I'm too much in my book.
Notes. We'll put this in other. Alright, so. I can spell.
So Lockhart
research,
family.
Lockhart
see if we can figure out what they did, how they
family
overcome.
Abilities
Yeah.
/ capabilities. I guess the same thing.
Maybe try to figure out what Varen was, fighting style. Was he a caster? Was he?
That's
That's-
ability,
yeah.
capability,
Yeah.
whatever how did they fight?
Maybe see if y'all can find some plans for the actual city
Mansion? Like
layout.
blueprints?
Well, blueprints for the city layout about these tunnels.
tunnels.
Layout, past and present,
Yeah.
so we can compare the two and maybe find some hidden passages.
Well, the mansion wouldn't be a bad idea either, because maybe
was-
what if we find some secret rooms and
I was going to say, I
Yeah,
don't
we-
know if those would be publicly available, but if there are
Probably
blueprints for
not,
that-
but at least maybe the tunnels.
So,
something to do with those.
Lockhart,
If they have a
But,
connection to the
state
mansion.
Relics that predate the city.
That's a good one.
okay.
And while we've already tried to do research and found what we could on vampires, maybe we should see about born with vampire blood.
or what happens if you drink blood?
Well, just see if we can't find something regarding, I mean, because this is new to you, correct? Wouldn't it be nice to kind of know?
Yeah.
So maybe we could find something on,
Superpowers. It's not.
Wait, superpowers?
You saw him on the roof.
Why?
He just says, and then he walks up the wall.
Oh. Oh, you were doing that last night. I didn't even
And
realize.
then,
yeah, I meant
and
to
then,
ask
on,
about
and then
that.
onto the ceiling. Turns out I apparently could do this
So,
like my whole life, probably.
With no hands.
walk
And I
So-
didn't realize.
Not to belittle the situation that you're in, because I'm sure that it's very stressful. That is really cool.
It is kind of cool.
It's very cool.
it is very intriguing.
Bobo just holds up another 10.
I've
It
heard,
would
I've
definitely
heard of
be
a way
useful.
of being able to do what you're doing, but only for a certain amount of time. Not indefinitely and with no effort. So you have piqued my interest
That's
with your
really-
ability
yeah.
to I stand on the ceiling as if it were the floor. That's
It also
mind blowing.
kind of makes my arms look really good. I just touch and drop my feet and just kind of.
Doing push-ups on the ceiling, or yeah.
Pull up, like just hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Interesting. Research will be done into walking on walls.
Very impressed.
Ron's finding that spell. Chris knows what spell it is.
Spider walking. Or spider
Is there anything else that we should research while we're there?
We got their capabilities, how do they fight, city layout, past and present, Lockhart estate blueprints, relics that predate the city, being born a vampire, and walking on walls.
You know, you might also, not if you have time, since you identified kind of what's affecting him, maybe
spells.
look into some magical
Spells.
effects
Yeah.
similar to what we've
Affecting
discovered.
Baron. And
Was true polymorph.
are we still in the town with the school?
No.
No? Okay. I'm about to say, because I can go talk to the professor about those.
So,
Yeah, but no.
But
question.
answer.
So the last time that we went and did some research, the two places we ended up were the temple, which they know at least the two of us now, so I don't think that they would be opposed to sharing information with us there. But the other place was Town Hall.
Town Hall.
Do you think that they would share things with us without you?
Probably.
I mean, it was you
Uh,
two the
I was
last
gonna say
time.
you and
Do you
Ron.
have
and-
anything written
Alright.
down as to hierarchy of vampires?
If there's
we
like a-
never looked into anything like that. No.
If they have a structure?
Or a cult.
Vampire social structure. Or got it. Okay, seriously, are the only two things we need for shopping healing kits and food? That's it?
I'm gonna buy something.
Okay, but you're coming with. Anyone? Anyone? Going once, going twice?
I think that's it.
If you happen to find any schema for magical items, you know,
What word did you say?
I don't think they have that here.
I didn't even hear the word you said.
Blueprints.
yes.
Oh,
Schematics.
like a recipe for making a magic
Yeah.
item. I see. Recipe for magic items.
I doubt
Got
they
it.
have any here.
I
I
can
mean,
hope.
worth looking, but I doubt there's any here.
I
Just
could
keep it
always.
as a standing request.
Gotcha. Oh, speaking of, I have a request for you. So I pull out I think that I have a little box that we repurposed to put my dulcimer in. So I pull that out and I open it up and I put my dulcimer on the table. Could you make me something to keep this in? That's maybe a little bit more sturdy than this because it wasn't built to do that.
Yeah, I think it could probably work something out.
Do you need it to make sure you make it right?
You would pull out a piece of paper and just basically do a small sketch, like an outline of it.
With dimensions and-
yeah, for the dimensions, and kind of trace the box and get some dimensions for that.
Yeah, I'll start working on this.
Thank you.
Mind if I steal some of the wood you got lying around? Sorry,
No.
repurpose?
That's fine. I was gonna say you seem like you have other things you would like to work on. I could do that.
Yeah, that works.
You could build me a box.
Yeah,
Thank you.
could build you a box.
All right. Well, is there anything else we need to do here before we go on our excursions into town? What's the plan? Like, so tonight, your compatriots are coming to collect this person,
Hopefully, yes.
but who I would have fed breakfast, by the way.
If you insist.
Oh no. So if they're coming tonight, they get him tonight. Presumably we rest tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and then tomorrow we're doing mansion stuff.
I think so. I think that's a start point, a good start point, because we know it's connected.
Or
And daytime. We don't want to go at night.
okay.
So tomorrow.
So we just need to figure out what our game plan is to do that.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that sounds like the best strategy.
That works. What was the name of that place that I went and I got these and I pull out my mushrooms?
Do I remember? No. Would Gideon know?
Yes.
Let's see.
It's that serpent
Field
dude.
of foliage.
Foliage. Yeah.
Field of foliage.
Uh-huh.
Run by Maze.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. Maze.
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 That's in corn. Like corn.
All right.
Maze.
Okay. Well. Good.
So who's the shopping and research team? Just the three of y'all? Okay.
Unless you want to come.
Nope.
All right. Off we go. Good luck.
So it's Lily,
Ron and Erd.
Ron, and Erden.
Mm-hmm.
All the squishies.
Shopping, research.
It'll be
We're
fun.
good. We're not doing anything
All the
dangerous.
easy
Mage
to
armor
hit
before we
ones.
leave the house.
What'd you say?
Mage armor.
Oh, major.
Okay.
So there goes the first level slot.
Every day.
It's alright, lasts for 8 hours.
Yep.
That's right.
Every day. Non-concentration.
Per day.
All right. So you guys eat your breakfast, get all situated. Four of you are staying. 3 of you head out. Open the door. Lock it behind them.
Ember gets about right here, faces this direction to where Burden's right there, and just starts pulling things out of her bag and doing like an inventory check and cleaning all of her stuff. You know, her shield, her axe,
An
and
intimidating one?
then yeah, and just cleaning.
Yeah,
All
she's
the
basically playing that
supplies.
dad of a teenage daughter that's about to bring home the first boyfriend.
Yep. Doing an inventory check, really, but at the same time doing it in a very intimidating way. Checking my weapons, making sure they're all sharpened and everything's in order and organized.
That's fine.
So you spend a good portion of your morning
Yep.
doing that. Jaren and well, you're making a box,
I'm making a box.
and Jaren, what are you spending? You just helping?
He'd be kind of working to try and figure out if he can determine how to, because he knows how to make temporarily functional magic items. He's gonna work on trying to see if he can figure out on his own how to make the goggles
Competent.
more independent,
More independent. Okay.
so that he doesn't he can start working on other projects.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be some research, kind of on your artisan research
Mhm.
on your end. You're making a box.
Making a box.
What tools do you have that you're proficient with?
Carpentry.
Let's give it a roll.
What ability?
I would say
Ornate.
dexterity
Well,
plus
carved.
proficiency.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
11.
11. Okay. You're a little distracted. You know, a lot going on in your head, but it's coming together. It's coming together. Might not be finished today,
Yeah.
but kind of cobbling some pieces and different parts, you know, hinges, this, that, the other that you've got that just in your
Yeah.
supply at the house.
I start working on it, and then I'm like, yeah, but if I could get it to where it would latch into the box, and then she could like flip a lid and just play it without having to take it out of the box. So I get like halfway
Halfway.
done, and then I'm like, now I'm gonna change it.
So you scrapped that.
Yeah.
That was just your initial, just your
Proof of concept.
proof of concept, and you just scrap that one, and you start gathering up more wood and start
Yeah.
refining. Jared, do you have anything we can roll for your research?
Arcana, maybe?
Yeah, actually, that's actually pretty. Yeah. Considering you're trying to make it kind of a permanent magic item.
$27.
27.
It's a nat 20.
Oh. Ooh.
Makes a difference.
So did you grab the goggles from whoever had it,
Yeah, I would have given them to you. Yes.
so that you can tinker with them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're tinkering with them, and you're like trying different things. You're a little bit of magic here, a little bit of tinkering there, and then all of a sudden it just clicks. And you're like, you think you did it. You think it's permanent. You don't know how you did it, but you think you did it.
Yes! Shit! Yeah! I'm counting it as a win!
You have no idea how you did it, how you made it permanent, but it is now a permanent magic item that doesn't count against your dailies.
So let me take that off and pick something new for the day.
Okay, Lily, Ron, and Erden, tell me what you're doing.
Research first, shopping first. I feel like research first, because part of the shopping that I want to do is food, and we should probably get that straight from where we buy it to the house. So.
Fair.
Alright.
Fair.
So, temple or town hall? Or somewhere else?
I feel like town hall is going to be more fruitful.
Alright. Let's do it.
I think the temple will probably answer more weird questions.
Yeah, and we can always
More
see
out of
what we
the
get at
normal
the town
stuff.
hall.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then-
yeah. So to the town hall, library, whatever, we go.
Town hall is the library, basically.
And that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Well, hello there.
Hello, it's wonderful to see you again. I am so sorry, I have forgotten your name. I've had a very interesting and rough past few
I
days.
don't even remember his name.
I gave him a name,
You gave him a name.
and I don't remember it either.
Oh boy, let me see if I've got it somewhere.
I may have.
Was that session 2?
I think so.
I don't remember his name. I know he has 2 first names though, because I gave him a name and then you gave him another name.
Did I?
Yeah.
I didn't type it in.
So his name is first name something.
I didn't write down.
It doesn't really matter.
I found my town hall stuff, my notes, but nothing about.
I'm Walt.
It's a different guy.
Disney?
Yes, it's a different guy.
It's a different guy.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. There was someone else here last time, so I didn't meet you anyway. We are here to do a little bit of research. We came with Gideon. Do we know your last name? Gideon. I am just realizing that I don't know his last name. He's the son of a man that does carpentry work. Who's currently at the temple. He's very, very good with mountain climbing and building things.
Oh, Gideon. Yes, I know.
Yes.
I know the end.
Yes. We were here with him a few days ago. And we are looking to try to help out with the current situation that's going on. We were wondering if we could use your resources to do some research. I have collateral if you need it.
As long as you put the books back where you found them.
Sure.
And do not take them from the hall.
Absolutely. Would you be able to point us in the direction of anything having to do with the history of the town roughly 20 years ago, maps of the layout of the town 20 years ago versus today, blueprints of major landmarks in the town, anything like that?
The histories, yes, I can take you to those.
Sure,
but
sure.
The other information, we normally don't just let anyone look at that.
Oh, no, silly of me, of course. So, between you and me, we've been able to ascertain some information from some of our activities in the past few days that leads us to believe that if we, at the very least, know the layout of the town a little bit better, we can help track down what these things are actually doing here.
Well, given that I don't know what your activities have been, that's not much of a justification for me to just let you see everything about the town.
Sure. No, I understand. What about just a general, like, if someone were visiting for, you know, just for the weekend, like when people come to the arm wrestling tournament, what would you give them to guide them around town? Just
well,
that.
that's easy. Here's a pamphlet.
Perfect. That's a good start.
Okay. I mean, just letting you see building schematics and things like that. He's, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, let me take you back to the section where we've got all the books on the history, and he leads you back, and he's like, all of these detail just general public things and all that. This whole section here is about the incident, and then there's some just extra notes and things just from people that have just added stuff here and there.
Sure. This is wonderful. Thank you very much, Walt.
You're welcome.
Not to be that guy, but does he notice that 2 of those books about the incident are missing? I love to complicate things.
No, I know. And I was wondering if that would come back up.
So he's pointing to you to the. He's like, wait a minute. 2, 3.
I take those books. I do.
There's 2 books missing.
Oh,
Well,
that's not good. Have you had any signs of a break-in?
no,
Perhaps.
but didn't you say you've been in here before?
Oh, yes, but of course we left everything as we found it.
Deception check.
Volume 69 are missing.
Shut up, you. Okay, this is the one that I get to do a special thing with, right?
It's
Yeah.
whenever you roll lower than a 9. You
Persuasion
count
and
it.
deception.
Eloquence bards.
Yep. So she can't roll less than 10. Which she did, but
She rolled a 1.
she rolled a 1, but it counts as a 10.
So it's a 17.
As soon as he starts squinting,
Lowest
or I have a
single
17 still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, if he sees me, he sees me.
Well, okay. Well, the last 2 volumes are missing, so you might not find what you're looking for, but they're all right here.
Well, we will do the best with what we've got. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
And he starts walking off, but he's it's bothering him.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Getting right to it.
Yep. So we're trying to find specifically anything on, like how the vampires were gotten rid of last time, because so far it's just been kind of vague.
All right, give me investigation check.
I'm looking for a restricted section.
Thank you.
Okay. You give me an investigation check.
I wish I'd rolled that for this.
Shouldn't you roll 2? Or
Are you gonna? Do
Well, I'm gonna
research?
initially I'm gonna research a separate thing from the 2
Okay.
of them. So 3 of them technically would be spells, because there's the 2 that are on Baron that I don't know specifically, and then walking on walls, which would be like trying to find a spell
Okay.
that would make me walk on walls.
So you're just gonna start randomly looking at books in the section you're in?
No, I'm gonna go find a section that
Trying to
has
find a section
something
for
about
For spells.
for magic, if they have one. I don't know if they would here.
Give me an
It's
investigation
just
check.
town hall. I don't know if they have anything like that.
What'd you get?
15.
Yeah.
You roll a nat 20.
You start looking through book after book after book. nothing specific
Okay.
in the books that are there.
Okay.
In this area, I rolled a 7.
Okay. And you're looking for
Like
Like
a
restricted
chained
the
hallway.
restricted sections.
Not in this area.
Nothing's.
I'm gonna slowly move around the entire place.
Okay.
Keep looking.
Good for you.
All right. Ron, natural 20,
27.
27.
You know some shit.
If
you
they
find-
have it.
You
Like,
find some general books on magic and magic use. It's kind of more of a history of. It's kind of like first year crap you learned. You know, the
yeah.
magic weave, the this, the that, the whole that stuff.
Something
But
I
there's
need to talk
nothing
to-
specific
Okay.
in the town hall on spells or anything like that.
Alright, then after that, I learned probably pretty quickly that this is not the place to research that. I will switch to trying to figure out how the Lockharts fought back in the day during
Okay.
the event.
All
or
right,
whatever.
then give me another investigation check on that.
While he's doing that, I am trying to look for any history books that might detail, like even if it's on a map, like the layout of the town, anything that like special landmarks,
Okay.
relics, like
All
things
right.
like that.
Go ahead and roll an investigation on that.
15.
15. It's in the same section she's kind of doing her research in, but it's not in that 22 years. You find some references to Varen's parents being, the dad being a militia type, and then the mom being some sort of sorceress or wizard, and having some magical abilities. And then there's some information about just different family members, older family members going back of different things that they dabbled in, but nothing concrete. You know, rumors, this, that, the other. The Lockharts tended to keep, you know, certain things kind of quiet unless they absolutely had to show.
And nothing specifically about Varen.
Nothing about Varen. It's.
Okay.
Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
Yeah.
You got this.
It's his main stat.
17.
17. Looking through the books you're looking through, and you kind of start glancing through the history of that time as well. You're struck by the lack of any specific information about Baron and his abilities and things. It's almost
Like he was almost erased.
erased, or it was scrubbed, or
Right.
Wiped out.
Redacted, for lack of a better word.
yes.
Interesting.
And what did you roll?
I rolled a 21.
A 21.
Yeah.
And you're just looking for any books about layout, town, history, things
Yeah.
like that. You find some books that have some old maps. They're not like to scale or anything like
Sure.
that. The church is where the church has always been. Town hall. The church and the town hall were one of the two first buildings that were built, other than the mansion.
When was the mansion built?
It predates the entire town, it seems.
Got it. Is there any? So you know, like those history books that you can look up on like Versailles or whatever that like just have general like interesting historical fact shit. Like, is there anything like that about the mansion specifically? Like before the town, the mansion was used as this thing, you know.
You start digging into that, and give me an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
straight intelligence. That's not bad.
Gay intelligence.
19.
19.
What did you say?
That's a gay intelligence.
You see mentions of the mansion being
Okay.
here. It's weird that there's no mention of it other than just being said the mansion.
Okay, so
no
also
details.
suspiciously no detail on the mansion.
Suspiciously no details about the mansion
Okay.
itself.
Got it.
And the plot thickens.
Okay, so you go ahead. Or you.
Yeah, is there more you want to
So you
research?
you're looking at the next section. Give me an investigation check.
That one or another one? I
What
already
was that
rolled
one?
again. It was an 18
18. Okay.
plus 6. No,
Um,
22.
so 22. So you're kind of wandering around the halls. You're still staying stealth, right?
I got the good movement. I got.
Nothing's kind of special, at least on this one that you're in. Nothing's standing out as a restricted area that you're able to notice.
Okay. I'll keep moving. Check. Is there an upstairs?
So you come in, and the town hall kind of goes this way and back. It's kind of like a T. And he took you off to the right if you're looking from the front of the building. So you've searched this whole section. In order to come back through, I'm going to need you to give me another stealth check.
13.
13. Okay. All right. You start coming through, and you see Walt. He's behind the desk, and behind him you can see these double doors. And Walt's kind of busy. He's kind of going through some books and just different things, and he looks up for a second. It's like, "Oh yes, can I help you?"
I was searching the library, looking for. Well, I think. Who has access to those doors behind you?
Oh, these. The mayor and the town council.
Anyone else?
Me and my counterpart. Why do you ask?
You got this.
You know, so rude of me. May I ask your name?
Erden in Moonbrook. Yeah. Okay.
Moonbrook. Moonbrook
Yes.
Shipyard.
Yes.
Well, what brings you to this town?
I started trying to get some unsavory people to stop camping around my properties. And it led me here to some unsavory characters who right now have the upper hand on us.
I see.
I've already sent a letter to have some mercenaries rounded up and sent here. And we're just looking for more information.
Well,
Is there a price to this key you have for those
oh
doors?
well, this is mostly just the meeting chambers and such for the mayor and the council. When
Is
they're-
there a restricted area?
There is. However, normally it is restricted. Now, if you are asking for a special dispensation to peruse said books, I might be able to talk to the mayor and get you temporary access.
Who is the mayor?
Who is the mayor?
I mean,
Who is the mayor?
out of character, does it matter who the mayor is?
No.
Okay.
You don't know.
I
The
just
only-
didn't want.
So the only reason that you're even getting this is because you're one of the major employers in town.
Okay.
He's a big wig. Big shot.
Yeah.
Got money.
Big shot.
Good for you.
That clout is really helping us right now.
However, the mayor is currently not in town. I probably won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. Unfortunately, without at least his permission, I cannot let anyone in the restricted section.
Alright. When he says the restricted section, insight, I'm looking for the direction he's looking.
Okay.
Nope, 9.
He doesn't seem to be looking in
Okay.
any particular direction. He's just, now that he knows who you are, you're getting a little bit more respect than, say, you started with when you came in. He knows Gideon, so obviously you got access
Yeah.
to their books, but
Well, we'll be back tomorrow. I think we have some other things to do before we further our searches.
I do apologize. Believe me, if I could do anything, I would. However, without the mayor's permission, my hands are tied.
Once Lily finds out she can drop that name, you just wait. I'm so proud of you.
So you can go back to the
Uh,
others?
I would ask for a section that has information on things that predate this town, like
Oh, yes.
older
Now,
archives.
there are some archives over in the normal archive hall. Please let me. He takes you down there. It's several rows back, and he's like, starts looking around, and he actually just, instead of making you trying to look, he pulls this. Try this one. Is there anything information in particular you're looking for on this?
Magic items.
Oh, well, no, we don't have anything like that.
Anything
Magic items are just owned by whomever, and we
Re-
don't.
religious significance.
Religious significance.
Oh, now that. Yep, try this one and this one. So he's got 3 books for you now. Anything else in particular?
This will do it for now. Thank you.
If you need anything else, please just come talk to me. I will do the best that I can for you. And he toddles off.
Fuck yeah.
So, back to the house. Varen's starting to get a little itchy. Starting to try and move around. He's trying to break free,
Good luck.
get loose.
It's only gonna get tired.
I just look up at him from my place on the floor.
Surrounded by your
Issue?
implements.
You don't need to keep me.
You're right. I don't need to, but I'm going to.
I'll double whatever they're paying you.
I don't do it for the money.
What is... So I marked up a few temples. What is the big deal?
That's for someone else to answer, not me.
I'll triple it.
I'll just go back to doing what I was doing.
You bitch.
I've been called worse.
The other 3 of you, okay, so you started on a new box. Go ahead and give me another, what did we say, dexterity?
Yeah.
You got this.
Dex with proficiency.
Maybe not.
10.
It's, the second one's just not quite coming together for you. You've got the concept in there, but something's just implementing it's just not quite working.
Maybe you need to nail it from a different angle.
Sorry.
I think I just leave it for now.
Okay. Obo, what are you doing? Just
I was just reading my book, but hearing him struggle, I just look up and thought the first one was better, so he might have needed a different like angle or perspective to.
okay. So you're reading your book.
Yeah.
Okay. Constructive criticism.
Of course.
All
I
right.
like think that I have the lid the right way, and when I go to put it down, it just drops and all the strings. Like,
Well, that's not gonna work.
it wouldn't work.
Gotcha. Jared.
He's gonna work on creating his second like goggles of the night the way he knows how to make it, so he can start comparing them.
Okay.
Because the other option would be a bag of holding, but that we wouldn't be comparing apples to apples, and he wants to figure out what the hell he did.
Okay. This will be a stepped process, so I like that you're doing that. Because normally making them permanent isn't part of the thing.
You get at level 10, you get the ability to make cheaper magic items,
Right.
so it's inherently part of the artificer.
But you're not there yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
So
you're
you rolled a natural 20 and you managed to do it early, but you have no clue how you did it.
So the question is can you do it again?
Gotta reverse engineer.
So yes,
Yeah.
doing the contrast and comparison of the two items is I like it. All right, Lily.
So if I remember right, we definitely stole 2 of the like historical volumes, the most 2 recent ones, and I stole a book on creatures from here. If I remember right. Okay, just making sure that I'm keeping stock. I think that at this point I've found what Lily would be interested in looking for. Well, I guess just she would probably try to do one more pass on like relics, just in the historical section. Like, is there anything besides the mansion that's considered like an important piece of the
Historic
town?
site or
Yeah.
anything like that. You do run into one reference to some sort of artifact that's kept at the church
Okay.
that keeps the church and the surrounding town limits. No, let me adjust that. The church sanctified.
Gotcha. But it doesn't say what that object is.
It
It's
does
just like a
not.
vague reference
Yes.
to. Okay. Then after that, I am. What do I want to look for today? I am looking for a recipe book.
A recipe
Yeah,
book.
just anything like, local town favorites of Shadyvale. Like that kind of
Okay.
old family cookbook style
Give
stuff.
me an investigation check. Anything for you, Ron?
Well, if no one's done it already, then I think the only thing left is, if you can't get blueprints, would be the vampire info. Being born a vampire, if there's anything like
Okay.
that, or like the ranking structure.
Were you with them the first time they came, or did you go
Yes.
to the church? So you already know where that section is that they showed you where
Right.
that information
Yeah.
was. So you go over there and roll me an investigation check.
13.
13. Yeah, you find a couple of different recipe books of just different local fare, just things that somebody collected of different families of favorites that they've just kind of put together.
So I take out my notebook and I jot down, copy down
Okay.
3 recipes out of it,
Okay.
and then put it back.
All right.
And don't steal it.
14.
14. There's not a lot of information on vampire children or anything like that. Vague references to, spawns of the demons and things like that, but no concrete information on abilities or survival rates or anything like that.
Okay.
You just didn't roll high enough.
Yeah. I rolled a 7. I rolled a 7.
So,
I am good after you. Lily would probably still be perusing when you're done, and you find her like in a totally unrelated section. Like I'm done.
Right. So yeah, that's it.
okay. That takes a few hours. We come back to you. You guys are just kind of doing your thing, and you hear a at the door.
I stand up and ready my weapon and stuff, but I just look at Gideon
Okay.
I
since
come,
it's his house.
I come but up from downstairs where I've
40
been working
40
on the
foot.
box. Yeah,
He just came up hyperspeed at 45.
90 feet of
Yep.
every 6 seconds.
So you're just now pulling, and he goes "Shoom," right by you. All right. So
I'm gonna look through a window first and see if I can see who it is.
you see 4 dragonborn standing outside. 2 are heavily armored, and 2 are robed. It's one of the robed figures that's knocking on the door.
Do they have anything like identifiable on them?
Did you have anything out? You've got some sort of, is it the family crest or is it the bounty hunter crest?
I have I have both. My shield is the family.
Right,
And
but you've
then-
got a
and then-
medallion that's, you see on all 4 of them prominently displayed the same medallion that she has that you've seen once or twice. That denotes her bounty hunter status.
Turn around. Amber, I think it's for you.
Okay. And I'll go over there and open the door.
Okay. You open the door, there's 2 silver dragonborn, a black and a red dragonborn. The black and the red are the ones in the armor, and the 2 silver are in the robes. And the one that was at the door said, "Ah, good to see you again.
Well met.
Sorry it took us so long. We're actually a little early, I think, from what they told you.
Yes.
But we're here for your prisoner."
Okay. And so I will give them the rundown that
Smells fishy.
we have a magic. I recognize them, right?
Yes.
We have a magic user that I'm currently traveling with, I guess,
Mhm.
and turns out there's some things about this Varen that we've discovered, and so I'll have some notes that I've been taking
Okay.
and questions that I have that I want reported back, and I give them this information. You
Okay.
know, that he's probably been altered, and that he is being controlled somehow, and then questions about vampires and
Okay. So do you have any reason to believe that this isn't the correct Varen?
well, he's the one that did the vandalizing,
Okay, and that is what the bounty is for.
but he's not the true Varen that supposedly died 20 years ago.
Well, that's kind of outside our purview. We really didn't do a lot of research into that. We just knew that a Varen had,
Right.
thus your bounty. You see the other one just do a quick spell, and then eyes flash, kind of a bluish, kind of arcane blue, and she starts looking over and shakes his head. It's like, yeah, there's definitely something off about this one.
I just don't know if maybe he was being mind controlled when he did the vandalizing.
Even if he, well, we will.
I
You
would
know
just
our
put that in the
procedures. You
record.
know our procedures, so we will get to the bottom of that as quickly as we can. Can we get him stood up and just in the middle of the room?
Sure.
And you see the female mage pull out this iron ball. Just kind of all different straps and stuff. So you get Varen up, and he's still tied in the back. And then you see she whispers something to this and points at Varen, and it expands and becomes basically Iron Baron's bolero. Just ties them all up, gags and everything, ready for transport. Well, we will pass this on to the council and let you know as soon as possible what we can find out.
And I will also give them a note at that time and ask them to please give it to Haveda.
Okay. And as far as the vampire situation, if this is related to this Baron, we will, if we find something out on that, we will let you know as well. So you said there's a history here?
There is, and I'm not ready to walk away from it yet.
Really? It's not like you, Ember. Interesting. Should I pass that along? Do you want to be held off on any bounties for the moment?
Well, that information is in the note.
Okay. All right. Anything else before we leave?
I'll look at the other three. Do y'all have any questions?
Okay. The four of them and surround Varen, just basically a four-corner, and the male silver dragon starts casting another spell. And
Counterspell. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna...
all five disappear. Always nice. They couldn't teleport to you. They didn't know where to go.
Right.
Shit, if I'd have known that, I would have asked them for magic item.
I looked at you. We can always request information.
Yeah.
That's what my note was. It was requesting information about vampires and the hierarchy and the breeding and
So that, all that was like normal to you?
yes. Normally I can take the mark to a select location because we have different outposts at different locations and I can turn the mark in myself. But if I can't, they have to send a retrieval team.
Yeah, that's just all the magic-y stuff was,
Well, you always need at least one, if not two, to,
there's just not a lot of magic-y people around here, so it's like a
well,
lot.
it's kind of an innate ability to a lot of us in Blade Scale.
Okay.
Lots of resources.
I feel like Obo finding out I can walk on walls. Oh, that was cool.
This is new and different and very cool.
That was wild. What the heck?
I mean,
What just happened? They were here and then poof, they're gone.
the bounty hunter, I mean, usually you're sent out on an assignment. Sometimes you bring them in alive. Sometimes they don't care as long as the mark is taken out. How you do it. I've never actually worked with other people. So I'm just used to kind of doing what I've got to do to get it done. As far as the job, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Obo's just pulled out a ball and tied him up. It's just
Easy. It's like, what? Can you make one of those?
it's wild.
Yeah, if I have the recipe and the ingredients and kind of a how-to guide, that'd be nice. But yeah, more or less.
Maybe that's something
That's
we could
decent.
ask for.
I'm just trying to get to the rank where I get the magical sphere, to capture.
Well, that's what I was talking about, because maybe he can make it. that would come a lot, like, way in handy compared to rope and a
Manifest
gag order. And yeah, like, come on.
You did notice that it actually put a gag
Right.
over his mouth.
So we only need one piece instead of like 5 pieces.
Yep. I'm working my way up.
How many more do you gotta capture?
To be honest, he's only my third.
Oh Lord, rookie. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What'd you find out?
I would look for Ron and yell for Lily. I found some stuff over on this section. If you want to help me research.
Yeah.
I mean, Ron's been rolling well and I haven't, so.
Okay. All right. And you got these books for like
The
ancient history.
religious significance of the town or
Yep. Yep.
things like that.
So you
Artifacts
pass on that
and
information.
Artifacts,
Yep.
yeah.
Aid.
He's giving you advantage.
And I will
Are
take my roll.
you
I'm proficient in investigation.
okay? Yep. That's fine.
If he has advantage, I'll give it to.
I'm proficient. I don't have advantage.
Okay.
23.
23.
6.
Okay. So this was a section that you hadn't been taken to before because you didn't ask the right questions. You know,
Happens.
you start looking through this, and it details a little bit more about the church in town, and the there is indeed a religious reliquary. I will get you the shape because I've got something specific. Alma Mater. Of Alma Mater that's actually in the temple that protects the church. That was actually found on the site of the church 400 or 500 years ago.
Okay.
Also in that research, you find that the mansion predates the church by 50 years. But all that's really said is that someone that was trying to escape the city life found a nice spot near the river and built a mansion. Which is now, and may have been originally, the Lockhart Mansion. There's no records that exist because it predates the town.
Right.
Who owned the building initially, just that it was there. And then a pilgrimage of Alma Mater comes through, and they sense the relic, they find it, they build the church there, and it's been there since.
So the town was built around the relic.
Yeah, by pilgrims of.
Yes.
Okay.
And then over time, things have built up. About 150 years ago, roughly, the Moonbrook shipyard was built, which actually helped Shadyville become much more populous, became one of the primary sources of revenue for the town, for the people, and has kind of all been cyclical. It doesn't mention Erden in any specific way,
Just Moonbeam.
just
Or
Moonbrook Shipyards.
This is great. I think this is the kind of stuff that we needed. And I didn't find any of this over there, other than that the mansion's like super old.
Right. This is extraordinary information.
How'd you get back here?
He led me over here.
Oh.
And then it's weird. He pulled what he thought I wanted to read out instead of making me look for it.
Is it for you?
Isn't this your shipyard? And I show him the book. It seems you're quite popular around here. Ooh, with a celebrity.
Wait.
Oh, we're traveling with the
You
celebrity.
said you had a shipyard. I didn't realize it was that shipyard. We know about that all the way in Crescent City, right? Is where I'm from. In Crescent City.
Yeah, one of his biggest is in Crescent City.
Whoa, I'm traveling with a moon brook.
Uh-huh.
You're almost like royalty.
You
Work
should have
for him.
said that ahead of time. I bet your name could have gotten us in the restricted section.
Not quite.
What do you mean not quite?
No. He said no. He said we need the mayor tomorrow.
But that means that tomorrow, if the mayor gives you permission, you can get in the restricted section.
I would hope so.
All right, I'm happy.
I bet there's some juicy information back there.
I'm sure there is. Oh, by the way. So, I did find a bunch of stuff about, like, the mansion predating, well, not a bunch of stuff. I found comments about the mansion predating the town. And, things like that. But, like, I am used to, when I find books about, like, old buildings and things like that, you know, that come across my dad's shop in Crescent City, there being, like, cute little blurbs about, like, the history of it and who owned it first and how it passed hands, and it was in the center of this major battle in this, you know, war ages ago. And so, like, that kind of stuff, nothing. There's absolutely nothing about this mansion that's apparently the oldest building in the town. I find that weird.
Yeah. It's kind of odd.
What do you find?
Well, mainly that the most striking thing to me was that Baron's name seems to be non-existent in almost everything I read.
What do you mean?
It's as if he was in the books and then one day he wasn't. As if someone removed him from the books.
So there's a bunch of information missing about the mansion, in my opinion. There's a bunch of information missing about Baron.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. And also I can't find anything about vampires being born vampires
Oh,
or
well, that,
anything else.
I don't know if this information would be in it, but I do have a book that I took from here that talked about vampires. So maybe it's in there.
Why are we whispering?
Because I stole a book.
And you're still in the town hall.
Anyway, okay, I'm good. Do you want to temple it? Temple?
Yeah, we can temple it.
Now, I'm aware he's got 2 books. I know that, but I'm not sure if I know they're from here. And we just learned that. Okay. I'm gonna leave this stuff on a table near where he pulled it from.
Okay.
And under it, I'm gonna put 30 gold.
Okay.
He's paying for my thievery.
Like, it's a last resort to break into the restricted zone. I don't want to do that, but it could have been a possibility.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Okay, so to the temple we go.
All right.
I could see in your eyes that you were considering knocking that man out.
Oh, I know. I know. 'Cause I was.
I could see it. I could see it in your eyes. You're going. How hard would it be to knock this guy out without killing him?
I caught that too. The calculation.
Okay, so we're headed to the temple.
Okay. 15-20 minutes across town.
I also do not remember the priestess's name.
She doesn't have one.
I don't think that
She hasn't
We
had
just
one
said
yet.
high priestess.
And even though I'm saying Amanada, it's Alana's in our word.
She has not
It,
had
it
one
is.
yet.
It is Priestess Morissette.
No.
I thought she
Oh
had a
yeah,
name.
High Priestess
Morissette?
of Alanis.
Oh, that's right!
That's where.
Yeah, we named her. I forgot.
Y'all named her. That one I actually have down.
I did not remember that at all.
Oh no! That's the one in Tidewater.
Yeah, you're right. We met her
That's the
on
one
the
in
way.
I was like, no, this one doesn't have a name.
That's the one in Tidewater. My
So
apologies.
I'm just gonna say high priestess.
This one has not had a name as of yet.
I don't think so.
We've just been calling her the cleric.
Okay.
We will
And she-
say
Have you been to the temple yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you been to the temple?
I think I've been there once,
Okay.
but I didn't have the information I have now.
I think everybody's been at least once.
I was gonna say I
her name's Lorena.
Got it.
Okay, so you head back to, you go over to the church, and you come in, and it's a bit chaotic.
Oh.
More people. Some have been released. More people have been brought in. You see Gideon's father just going from person to person, trying to make them comfortable, help them. High priestess is fully engaged, trying to help people. She looks up, kind of smiles at you. She looks exhausted, but she goes back to tending to the wounded. Every single priest, acolyte that they have, which is like only like a total of 4, they're all busy.
So I look at the two of them and go, I don't know if this is a good time for research, but hold on. And I walk over to the high priestess.
Yes, good afternoon.
Darling, how can we help?
We've got all the resources we need. It's a lot of people.
Are you sure?
Yes. Unfortunately, and most of these aren't locals right now. Decent-sized caravan was attacked just last night coming in over the bridge. So we're just overwhelmed. I'm sorry. I've got to get
No.
back.
Go. We're still working on trying to solve this issue, and I think that we possibly could do with some research here, but we will come back to
I have given you everything we have available already. There's nothing more that I have.
Okay.
I apologize.
No.
I just.
If that's what it is, that's what it is. We had a few more questions, but your tact.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Please let us know if we can be helpful. You know where we
I
are.
appreciate that. Let Gideon know that his father is fully recovered, but he has volunteered to stay and help.
Yes.
And she's off.
Well, she says she's tapped. That she probably doesn't have any more information for us anyway. She's already told us everything she knows. So that's a bummer. But I told her that if she needs help, she can let us know.
All we have left is shopping.
Yes. So, I should write it down. Something foliage. What is the name?
Field of
Field of
foliage.
foliage. Field of foliage. That's where we need to go. And I get onto the street and then realize I have no idea where it is.
I feel like Ron would remember.
Yeah. You've got like a 20 intelligence.
Yeah, he's got a 20 in. He would remember how to get us there.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Because it's not a very
You,
big
you
town.
step out of the
No,
church,
it's
you
not.
look around,
Yeah.
like, close your eyes for a second, got it, and then you're off. Because you basically went there from the church or
Yeah.
to the
so
church
Ron will
from
lead
there.
you there so you can do your shopping.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then Ron will just be there. I got each back.
Go. Alright. So, do we see Maze as soon as we walk in?
Oh, hey, dude.
Hi, darling. It's wonderful to see you. You look lovely.
Oh, thanks.
I hope that the current goings on in the town aren't getting you down too bad.
Oh, no, I'm chill.
Okay, good. Lovely to hear. I need your help. So, I found last night that unfortunately I totally forgot to pack my healing kit from home. So,
Oh, no.
yes, it's terrible. And some of the things that we've gotten up to, they would be very useful.
So, is that something that you could whip up for me?
Yeah.
Is that one?
What?
Do you have another? I don't want to drain all your resources, but two would be lovely.
Most of it's gone to the church.
Oh, sure. No, it deserves to be there. We'll take the one. I do also have a question. So, I know that you deal with these wonderful
herbs and vegetation and so forth. I have a friend that I'm traveling with that is looking for like the instructions or structure of how to generate magical items. Is that something you know about?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I just figured out.
I make potions.
Well, that's kind of magic item.
Well, sometimes.
Alright. But not like from an instruction, like you couldn't like make a bag of holding or anything like that.
That'd be neat.
Wouldn't it be cool?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I think my friend is going to do it too. I think he just needs instructions.
Oh,
He's really good.
wow.
Yeah.
That'd be so neat. I can't do that.
No, that's okay. Alright, so how much?
1 gold.
Just one? Whew. Here you are.
Thank you.
Oh, how many materials? So how often do you think I could use it? Like, is it a one and done or
Oh, that's a 5 kid.
5? Perfect.
He's so stoned he doesn't know how much he's asking for.
Oh no, it's good, man.
All right. So, I think that's all we needed here. Do you need anything?
I'm just gonna buy my shipyard. Gotta go to the trading post.
All right. And I want to stop by somewhere that sells bobbins, bracelets, rings, things of that sort. Do you know a good place?
Yeah, 2 doors down.
Wonderful.
Not 3.
Uh, 2 doors down.
Right. So, all I'm looking for at this place,
Uh-huh.
I would like to try to find 7 identical either pins or bracelets, something that is
Trinkets.
yeah, something that's like nice but not super expensive.
Okay.
That are they don't have to be exactly matching, but like something that looks like a set.
Okay. You don't really find a set of 7.
Okay.
It's a small shop. I mean, it's more custom individual bracelets, things like that. Nothing very expensive. Mostly made out of silver or silver and beads or things like that.
Okay.
But nothing that screams this is a matching set.
Okay.
No charms, no nothing.
Then
They're all 1-offs or 2-offs.
Then what are there? Okay, then I would look for whatever combination of pins, bracelets, and rings that I could put together that like are all gold. Again, they don't have to have gems in them or anything, but just something little that like, you know, looks similar enough that they look like
Okay,
they're
I mean,
together. Do you know what I mean?
you look through the collection of things, and the shop owner says, "You could try these 3, those. That might get close."
I like, let's see, out of these options, I definitely like these 2, and this one, and that, I'm not crazy about that one. Could you show me that one over there? Oh, I think this will work. So, would you say I end up with like 2 or 3 pins? Like, what do you think the split would be?
You find 2 gold rings. They're kind of close to a match. They're both female
Cool.
style rings.
Got it.
3 pins that are very similar in style,
2 rings, 3 pins.
and then
So that would be 2 bracelets then.
and 2 bracelets that match up. That all kind of seem to go together.
Looks similar.
but-
Okay. Cool. So I'll add that in a second. 2 rings, 3 pins, 2 bracelets. How much?
25 gold.
Sure.
They're simple, nothing complicated in
Right.
design.
That was the goal. Alright. You need to go by your shipyard, and I need to go by a pantry of some sort. Food market.
Okay.
The food
Pretty
shopping
much.
is just gonna be like I'm basically just trying
you
to
guys
replace.
go.
Yeah, I'm just replacing
That's
what
quick.
we've eaten.
The
from-
shipyard is on the outside of town, by the river.
I can do that by myself. It's daytime.
We can go with you.
Okay, it's up to you.
So, do you want to do that first, or and then food
And
shopping?
then-
Let's just
after
say
that?
we've done food shopping.
Okay.
We've got what we need.
All right. So you guys head down to the shipyard. Things seem to be running okay.
I'm just stepping in, paying for 2 50-foot silk ropes, and
Okay.
I'm out.
All right. Not 2 L's.
And he'll coming back to the house after that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like by this time it's like noon, if not later.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say he'll been gone for like 5 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
5 hours.
We probably researched
That's
for
gonna
stuff.
be-
Oh yeah,
20
reading
gold.
and all
That's
that.
what I
Yeah, yeah.
saw it
It's
is.
10
At least an hour of shopping,
All right.
and then go into the shipyard and come
The
back.
way she talks, yeah, at least an hour shop.
So you guys roll back to his place about 2, and you walk in and you can see someone's missing.
Where'd you go?
They came and got him.
He got away.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, so they were early.
Yes.
Oh, well, damn. I kind of wanted to meet your friends.
No, they're not friends.
They barely talked, really.
Oh.
Well, still, it would have been nice to meet them. Anyway,
And I've got like bags and bags of like bread and fruits and meats that we have eaten out of your pantry to replace, and
I've got a healer's kit. And, where's... yes.
and on the table I lay out
2 rings, 3 pins, 2 bracelets. I figured since, we're kind of a group at this point, at least we have been for the past, 4 days, that we maybe should have something to signify that. So, pick whatever you'd like. This one's fine.
and I pick a ring.
How thoughtful.
Guess he'll Ronald grab and take a necklace.
And bracelet.
Oh, then
Bracelet or pin. Are the
Oh,
2
right.
options.
Oh, then a pin. I'll just put a pin on.
You go. Jaren will walk up. He's holding 2 sets of goggles now, and he's like, "Oh, pets."
So I'm looking at stuff and I'm thinking, and I take a bracelet because the rings won't fit on my
On your dragon fingers.
Claws are a little too big, huh?
yeah.
I will take one of the other bracelets.
Okay.
So that leaves
Nice.
a ring and a
I
pin.
I assume it's kind of like a tennis bracelet, but it's gold.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I think Obo has to take the pin because if Obo goes into his enlarged form, the ring would just pop off and
that
end
makes
up
sense.
I wanted
lost.
the ring, so I'm
So-
good with that.
I was gonna say, so, and based on his description, it's probably a pinky ring on you.
He's elven, so
I was gonna say,
Oh, that's
he's
right. Sorry, I
slender
forgot you were elven.
features.
So yeah, that would
he's
work out.
elf. So
Yeah.
That works out. So rings.
where I said they're
Pins,
2
pin,
kind of
bracelets.
female-ish type, they're just more
They're just small.
slim, small.
Yeah.
Thin.
Which
Thin.
fits
Yeah.
elvish too.
Yeah.
It doesn't look girly on you. It's just
A thin band.
a thin band, which I prefer myself. So okay,
Just watching it slide up.
the bracelet. What the heck are you doing? Okay.
Playing with my bracelet.
All right. So
So, here's what we found.
And blah 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 blah. blah,
So
blah.
they fill you in on everything.
The mayor will be back tomorrow, and we can get into the restriction section.
Did you
hopefully.
know we were traveling with like a celebrity? I had no idea. I mean, he mentioned like owning a shipyard, but I figured like, you know, owned a shipyard, like one of those little tiny villages. Like he owns a dock with like 2 boat slips. No, he owns like the Moonbrook shipyard.
What's a celebrity?
Like someone that's really famous, someone that like everybody knows, someone whose name you can drop. Exactly, just like.
What does that get you?
Well, in this case, it gets us into the restricted section of the town hall.
Access.
So y'all got in?
We may tomorrow.
Yes.
The mayor has to approve it, and the mayor's not here right now, so
Where's he at?
out of town.
So when they tell us about there being more people at the church,
Mhm.
the caravan being attacked, does that pass by the mansion on the way into town?
Ooh, good question.
I really wanted to ask it in the moment, but I wasn't there.
Not directly, because the road is actually across the bridge on
Okay.
the far side of the river.
So it's coming from like the
His ship-
Moonbrook
yeah.
area.
Yeah, it's the shipyards are just down east of the bridge, and then the mansion's kind of north of that.
So this happened at the
Church is over
shipyard
here.
area?
No, it just happened on the road
Happened
coming
on
in.
the road coming into
Okay.
town
Okay.
before
But-
they cross the bridge.
That is interesting because when we were on our way here, a caravan got attacked. I mean, kind of, like not the whole caravan, but one person was drained of blood.
Oh, on the beach, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
I mean, do we want to? We still have some hours of daylight. Do we want to go to the mansion while we still have some daylight?
I mean, we could try to do a reconnaissance mission.
Just to get a feel
About what
for
time is it?
It's about after it was 2 when they got back. It's probably 3 now after they relay all the information.
filling in.
Yeah, I have enough.
2:30,
Recon.
2:33.
Not officially go in though, right?
No.
Just kind of.
See what's going on over there.
If that's the case, then we don't necessarily need to go. It'd be a little suspicious.
Just so we're not sitting around for the rest of the day.
It lets us spread out and take different angles. Pair up. It is a big area.
Yeah. Just don't think we need to travel all 7, like.
No, I say pair up and branch out.
Of course,
About that time you hear another.
What are we expecting?
To the peephole.
You see a teenish, pre-teenish young man standing outside. Seems to be holding something in his hand.
Anybody I recognize?
It kind of looks like one of the pages from the top.
Open the door.
Ah, it's Gideon, right?
I mean, it's just Gideon.
Oh, my apologies.
Not that much older than you.
Walter sent me to give Mr. Moonbrook.
Peek around.
Mr. Moonbrook, Walt wanted me to deliver this to you. Thank you, sir. And he runs off.
It's access to the restriction zone.
What is it?
What's it?
You open up. Mr. Moonbrook, unfortunately the mayor has delayed his arrival back in town for several days. Unfortunately I haven't been able to talk to him about your request yet, but as soon as I can I will certainly do so and inform you of the decision. My apologies, Walt.
Well,
If we're not gonna get any more information, I guess it's just.
I mean, we could get more information.
Question. Did he mention where the mayor was at outside out of town?
No. I mean, with everything getting attacked coming into town, we don't even know if he's coming back.
That's kind of
Oh,
what I
that's
was
a good
wondering why, where which direction he might be.
Yeah.
Let's just go break in. I didn't say that out loud.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I may have been known in my days back in Crescent City to be in places that weren't open after hours to do a thing or two.
Well, I did have a question. Before we go breaking into restricted areas, have we looked at the books you've already got?
Yes, so we did a ton of. Oh, I do want to look at the two that I gave you. The newer
Volume
history
69.
stuff, because there were some things that we might be able to find out from here. I believe now. So we of course did not look at every book that they have at the town hall, but we tried to get very specific on what we were looking for, and he led us to all of those sections, including the like religious history section, which we found a lot of good information in. So I don't know if there's any more like in the open area.
That's okay, I was referring to these.
Oh, yes, I do want to look at this. So what really bugs me, and I guess maybe I answer this question after I look through these a little more thoroughly, but it skeeves me out that Varen and the Mansion had very little detail in the publicly available books in the chapel. To me, that is my intrigue about looking in the restriction section, is if they don't want it public, perhaps it's still recorded, just not
No.
for public eyes. Yes.
Well, question. Is there a way to magically see if something has been tampered with, or
If
By magical means, yes. I mean, I can't do it yet, but I know somebody that can.
but they might have been able to magically take that stuff out, remove that information, correct?
yes, if it was done by magic. Now, if it's a matter of just curating, and Walt and his compatriot just did not record those things, then that, that's just a physical change.
I'm just thinking some of these books are probably older than even.
Maybe they had new ones printed without said information, and they stored
Right.
the.
But it's worth
originals
looking to
and-
see if they were
Magically tampered with.
manipulated.
If you only had one of the books to see if it's old or not.
So, give me a moment. I'm gonna go read. If you need me, come get me. And I tuck myself into a corner of the living room. I don't leave the room. And start perusing. No, I can only do one book at a time. So if you want to look at the other book, you're welcome to.
Which one did you take? The 22-year volume, history volume, or the creature volume?
The 22-year history volume.
Okay.
I went through the creature one for vampire stuff.
Investigation checks, please.
This is one of those times I wish I had guidance.
Nobody has
Not as a
guidance.
bard.
That I know of.
So
25.
artificers
25.
can,
You
but
can take it. I don't think you did though.
Natural 20, 24.
Okay. So, which side do I start with? So you start digging into the creature book, and
Like in depth.
you in depth. You get to the section on vampires, and you notice a word, dampier, referring to half vampires, and you start digging into that, and it details the fact that a dampier is a half vampire, half human, born humanoid. Details that it is possible, very, very rare, and in most cases the child is usually killed off before anyone finds out. There is nothing in this book detailing powers or anything, just that they do exist or have existed in the past.
Okay.
You, reading through the book, this is the most recent, the final volume in the 22-year history.
Yes, yes.
The only thing you find in this book is that the Lockharts hired people to come in
Okay.
to help remove the vampire threat, and that is it. That they were instrumental in driving them back.
And we had gotten that
Okay.
before
You had
at the
gotten that
beginning
before.
when we first looked at it.
Yes.
Because I have that in my notes.
That's what I wanted to look at over it again, just in case we didn't find something the last
There is
time, knowing specifically
no
what we're
mention of
looking for
Aaron.
now. Okay.
Or anyone in particular, just the Lockharts.
And it doesn't say who they hired?
It does not.
Okay.
And which one of you has detect magic? Can you cast it ritually on the book?
Yep. So I spend probably
Yeah.
20 minutes like digging and digging and digging, finding only that, and walk back over and throw the book back on the table. Well, that's a piece of shit. The only thing that I found is what we'd already knew.
I think while all this is going on, Obo's so bored in being in his house, he just goes outside for a walk.
Yeah. You've been locked up
Okay.
in here for a while.
I've been here all day. He leaves.
Alright. Just soloing it.
Just
Oh.
being in the house, cooped up all day. He's like, I gotta get some air. I gotta go do something. So
It doesn't say anything, just goes out.
just goes outside.
That's okay.
Give me a stealth check with advantage.
So with disadvantage, regular roll.
Play
16, 17.
17. Alright.
Damn.
Does anyone have a passive perception at 17 or higher?
I don't
Nope.
think so.
Will and I have the highest, and we're only
Yes.
at 16.
Yeah.
What? You have one above
Okay.
17?
You,
I
however,
have a 17.
It's investigation.
Oh shit, that's investigation. My passive perception is 15. I
Okay.
apologize.
There you go.
okay,
Sorry, I've
everyone
got
is
plus
so
sevens
wrapped
and
up
plus fives.
Yeah.
in doing all this
Doing
research
the research.
that nobody notices Obo actually slipped out of the house.
That makes sense.
I was gonna say honestly, Gideon might go with him because they're probably just sitting there looking at each other like.
Obo probably just
Bored
says,
as
I'm
fuck."
bored, yeah.
It is your house.
It is my house.
You can go for it. You can go for
I
a
know.
walk.
I know it's my house.
So, what would you like to do?
Gideon is also bored. So
He's gonna take his initial suggestion and just go scope out the mansion.
he's like, okay. He, just goes upstairs and slips out a window, I think.
So he heads out the front door. You slip out a window.
Neither one of you know what the
Neither
other
one
one's
of you
doing.
knows what the other has done.
That makes sense. That checks.
So yeah, I just throw the 20-year book
Okay.
back on the table.
You're gonna cast detect magic
Yeah, ritual.
on it ritually. Okay.
I gotta pee.
Doesn't glow.
I'm gonna glance at, since it lasts for 10 minutes, I'm gonna glance at the one that Ron's got as well.
Also none. That one glows a little bit, but what you get is kind of a preservation spell. Something that might be keeping the book from rotting, disintegrating, not
So it's
something
changed.
that changed it.
So like more of an abjuration type thing.
Yeah.
But this other one doesn't have anything.
This one doesn't have anything.
What kind of condition is it in?
Give me a.
You got this.
You gonna physically handle it and stuff? Investigation.
Yeah, nothing for that. That one looks like it's got some kind of protection, something on it.
13.
13. It's old. It's 15, 20 years old. It looks like it was written close to the time, shortly after the time of troubles in the city, in the town. Don't see any torn pages or,
I was
torn
gonna say,
out pages.
Flipping through the pages, they all look original. And
All look original. Nothing's. You find a small stain here or there from people, having looked at it now and then, but nothing.
Is there an author on these books?
On the history volume, the author is, it just says Town Hall. For your book, no. It just seems to be a collection of different things.
Is it different, like handwriting through the book, too, through the books, or does it look like the same scribe at least? Do you know what I mean?
You scored high on your investigation, so it is not all the same scribe.
Okay.
So certain scribes,
Yeah, so it's a
they took
collection.
terms and
Yeah. That makes sense.
We might need to go talk to the town scribes. Because, I mean, they wrote all these. I mean, the one who wrote that book may still be alive, might not.
Oh, yeah. But
Gideon.
Mhm.
Where are you heading? You heading to the mansion? Or just walking?
Or just sitting up on top of
Or
it.
just sitting on top of the house?
I think he would. I think he would probably start doing a jog, but like on the rooftops. So he's just jumping from one to the other.
Nice.
Probably ends up towards the mansion because that's what's on his mind. Of like, well, if we're not gonna find anything else in the books,
yeah.
because he's like, I don't want to waste what daylight we have
Right.
not checking it out if it's gonna take days to get in the
So you
restriction.
start-
I'm thinking on that too.
You
while I'm
start your
sitting
jog,
here.
and you're just rooftop to rooftop, just like it's any normal day.
Yep.
You're not slipping, no problems, and you're like, man, that must. You think back to the climbing thing now, and you're like, well, this is cool. It explains it. You get a couple of houses out from. You get to the edge of the houses on to the mansion property, which it's surrounded by. It's got a good decent bit of property. Give me a perception check. We'll say, so the house is situated, the front is facing south. You are on the west side. Nice.
23.
Okay.
So you
from-
would see me.
From your vantage point, it looks quiet. There's not a lot going on. You were here, what, a day or two ago? You were here
Yesterday.
A day ago.
Yesterday.
You can still see that some of the trees that immediately close to the house still look brownish. They're kind of dying off, and then the outer trees. It's not dense. You can see the house and stuff. It's a well manicured manor.
There's like a ring around it that's kind of dying
It's
off.
starting to die off a little bit, but it seems quiet. Do you want to make?
Is
your
that where
way
you were going to?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to make your way around the house?
Yeah, I'll make my way around the house.
So you
Uh-huh.
making a beeline for it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Dashing and everything.
So you end up there. You end up in the front of the house.
Oh, yeah. Obo is planning on going inside.
Okay.
Oh, God.
The gate's unlocked.
I go in through the window where I broke out.
I mean, I would catch up to him. With my 23, I would see him if he's still 17
Okay.
stealth.
Okay. Now that I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm booking it to the mansion.
You get there,
I'm
and you're
curious.
just looking. You're just kind of chilling. You're looking, and as you're looking, you
Lord.
see this small figure scampering up tree to tree. Actually, no, you're just going boldly
I'm
up
just-
there, aren't you?
I'm
you just,
bulldozing up there.
you just see this small figure that you think you recognize straight up to the house, goes up on the front porch, and climbs in through the front window.
What's
And he definitely recognized who it was, right?
It takes you a minute to you're like, what is that? But then you see how he's walking, and he's just
Shoulders back.
A
chest
man
out.
on a mission. I'm a man
you
on a
know
mission.
that walk.
Chopping.
You know that walk. You know that is a great sword on your back.
Mhm.
You've seen that great sword just swinging when he's got that pumpy walk going, and you're like,
halfling?
oh shit.
Yeah. Just go. Shit.
Them little
I
legs.
turn around and movement, action dash, bonus action dash, all the way back to the house. Slam in through the front door. Obo went in the mansion.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even realize it. I look around and realize that, like, you weren't here and he wasn't here. Like, what? Wait, what? When did this happen?
And I thought I was irrational.
That's where we're gonna stop.
Mm-hmm.
and the whole plan was to go to the mansion. Guess what? Obo's going to the mansion.
I was just gonna walk around the mansion.
Well, you're not Obo, are you?
Not Obo.
You're taking us in at night.
I am not Obo.
No, I'm taking us in at 3 o'clock in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
he's taking us in late afternoon, but God knows what we're gonna see when we get there.
I mean,
Alright.
We're gonna do up XP here in a second.
Okay.
So, thank you for playing. Check back in with us next time to see what happens. Click that like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget to tell us what your perception is.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.